country. Let's ride.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wardog TV. We want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of Wardog football as the Wardogs travel to Oologah for a key district game on Week 8 of the high school season. I'm Coach Jim Paxson, along with Mama Public Schools Director of Athletics, Coach Chad Davis, and we're excited to bring you tonight's broadcast of Wardog football. Coach, we got a big game tonight. Playoff positioning on the line. This is kind of what we've been working for all year long.
Yeah, this is one. If everybody was honest with themselves inside the program, you probably circled 3 games this year in July. The very first one, because you always want to win the first one. Grove, because it's Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And you circled this game because you felt like if you done some nice things and set yourself up, that this game right here would be a big one in determining, do you get into the playoffs? If you do get in, where's your seating going to be? So, yes, you hit it right on the head. So we've done what we needed to do up to this point, as has Oologah. So this ends up being a massive district game tonight.
All right, the Wardogs come in 5-2, 3-1 in the district. Wardogs are on a 3-game winning streak and will have won 4 out of the last 5. This is the most wins since the 2008 football season, and also the Wardogs have set themselves into a great spot to advance to the playoffs. Some great play this year. Carson Jinks, quarterback, 52% pass completion, over 1,000 yards. He has 1,088 yards rushing. And then you take the other running back position, which is split by Seth Davis and Hunter Nichols. They have combined for 948 yards rushing. So
good balance.
The 2 spots there over 1,000 yards, or right at 1,000. Jinks just over, and Davis and Nichols will go over 1,000 tonight. Our opponent tonight, the Oologah Mustangs. Oologah comes in 4-3 on the season, 3-1 in the district, a long-time district opponent. This is a team with a lot of tradition, a lot of success. They come in on a 2-game winning streak. One of the things I'm kind of hopeful for is maybe they're looking ahead to a matchup next week against number 1 ranked Cushing.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a key game in District 3 with the, probability that the winner of this one is going to end up 3rd, the loser probably 4th. Oologah has wins over Fort Gibson, over Cleveland, over Skytook and Catoosa, with losses to Collinsville, Claremore, and Wagner. So, Coach, the table's set. It's time for the action to get going here. But, Coach, before we get into Wardog TV football tonight, let's talk a few minutes about that softball team.
Wow,
go ahead, Coach.
I was going to say, I appreciate you leading in with that. Again, just an incredible run by Lady Wardogs softball. Regional champions, state semifinalist, took the number 2 ranked team in state, the eventual state runner-up, to 12 innings. Yeah. And then earlier this week, cleaned up in the District 4A7 awards, and I'd like to go ahead and run those off real quick if I can, Coach.
I have them too here.
Yeah, beautiful. So Sydney Forrester, sophomore shortstop, was the District Player of the Year. Freshman pitcher Danae Green, pitcher of the year. Junior first baseman Faith Lemons, defensive player of the year. Freshman third baseman Hayden Pilkington was the co-offensive player of the year. Brooklyn Powell, Hayden Davis, Carly Cook all made all-district. Brooke Bayshore was all-district honorable mention. And then the person who's running the show, Lauren Strack, was the co-coach of the year in District 4A7. So congratulations to all those ladies, and very, very well deserved.
Yeah, what a season by the Lady Wardogs softball. 24-10 on the season, tied for the District 4A7 title with a 10-2 record. 17-6 versus 4A teams, 3-1 versus 5A, 2-1 versus 6A. And late in the year and then into the playoffs a little bit, went on a 14 winning streak. So what an outstanding season that they'll have. The memories will last forever. And, Coach, that's a young team. Most of those, you sit there and named all those players of the year.
Yep.
One senior. One senior that we listed, that was Brooke Bayshore was outfield, honorable mention.
Yep.
But a lot of them freshmen, sophomores. So a lot of young talent on that team, and they have a lot of great things ahead of them.
Yeah, and shout out again to Lauren Strack, Eric Iverson, and Rebecca Bell, the staff. You look at the very start of their season at that Broken Arrow tournament, which is an incredibly tough tournament, by the way. But people who wouldn't know, they'd look up and say, they're 4-5, and they're 3-4, and they're 7-6. Are they going to figure it out? But my goodness, did they go on that tear at the end of the year at the right time and really played some good softball late and had plenty of chances to win that game. They're really close, Coach, to putting it all together.
Yeah, to go to the semifinals against Tecumseh, who was a runner-up last year, and to go 12, into the 12th, 0-0. If you follow fast-pitch softball, it's all come down to pitching.
Yeah.
And, the Wardogs pitcher is a freshman. She's pitcher of the year in the district.
And here's what's crazy is our number 2 is better than most people's number 1, which is Faith Lemons, but she's also an outstanding first baseman, as we just talked about, being the defensive player of the year. So, they'll go in next year, Coach, with their top 2 pitchers again, and that's a big deal.
All right, so congratulations to the Lady Wardogs. What a season they had. Wardogs are coming onto the field right now. Wardogs in their all traditional white uniform is my favorite one. If you listen to this season.
Yeah, Pax has got a smile on his face.
Already, I love that all white and the blue. It just gleams under the spotlights tonight. Wardogs come in 5-2, 3-1 of the district. Wardogs are on a winning streak of 3 wins and 4 out of the last 5. Like I said, it's a huge game set up tonight here in Oologah with the winner of this having the inside track to number 3 spot in the playoffs, and the loser probably number 4. That's if the Wardogs and Oologah the rest of the season take care of what they should. And, that's even saying that you don't upset a Wagner, which is still, a capability. You never know.
Yeah,
so
never know.
That's the thing about high school sports. So some upcoming events this week. Tomorrow, high school cross-country regionals will take place at Shakota High School starting at 9 a.m. Mama runners will be looking to qualify for state. Next Monday, October 24th, high school girls basketball scrimmage at Quapaw at 3:30. Hard to believe we're talking basketball already, Coach.
Crazy. Actually crazy.
6th grade boys and girls basketball will open their season competing in the Welch tournament starting Monday of next week. Next Tuesday, high school girls basketball scrimmage at Grove at 3:30. And then next Friday night, we'll be right back here with you with Wardog TV as the Wardogs will be on the road as we take the longest journey of the season.
Yeah.
Probably till playoffs get here as we will travel to Cleveland. So
the Heisman Bowl.
The Heisman Bowl, that's right.
Yeah.
Billy Vessel, Steve Owens. For so long, we're the only 2 high schools that had, only 2 high schools in Oklahoma that had Heisman winners.
Yep.
Now we've had a few more along the way. So the ball is teed up, and we are ready for action right here. Oologah in their traditional blue and gold with the gold helmets. Wardogs in the traditional in the all-white, and Oologah will be kicking off to the Wardogs, and we are underway here in what really is the biggest game of the season. Ball's going to be fair caught about the 18-yard line, so the Wardogs will take over for their first possession of the night.
Great friend of mine is the former AD, now Assistant Superintendent Brady Despain here at Oologah, and we actually had an AD breakfast the other day, and I told him, I said, I'm a little partial to Oologah because when they roll out in their home uniforms, they look like NEO.
They do. They look like the old Golden Norse.
They look like NEO.
Wardogs have been, all year long, we have been a ground attack. I said quarterback Jinx over 1,000 yards, and then the other 2 guys, Davis and Nichols, that share the running back duties, are just under 1,000. So, will the Wardogs be able to come out tonight and continue to run the ball like they have all year long against Oologah? That's going to play a big key for us here tonight. So Wardogs take over, 1st and 10, ball at their own 18-yard line.
Need a good start here, Coach. In big games, you want to start fast.
Jinx around the right side. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He's going to be dropped down right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like backside there, Coach.
Yeah, backside come across. Wardogs last week had a little trouble with some backside leakage and kind of went to the sniffer look. We'll see if we'll see that, at sometime this week. Sure that we will. So we're going to have no gain on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wardogs.
Coach, typical Oologah, got some really good defensive and offensive linemen, always really big, really strong, athletic kids up front. The trenches are always a big deal. Tonight, it's even more emphasized, I think.
All right, Nichols in the backfield with Jinx. Jinx going to roll to his left, under pressure. And he is going to be forced out. Put the ball on the ground. It goes out of bounds about the 18-yard line. So good job coverage downfield by Oologah secondary. And Wardogs going to be faced with a 3rd and long here on their first possession of the night.
Almost looked like we were trying to maybe fake a screen to this side and then come back with a deep ball.
He was trying to set something up there. And
penetration kind of killed that.
So 3rd and 10 for the Wardogs. 1 running play, 1 pass attempt has yielded no yards. So big play here early on for the Wardog offense.
Yeah, we need to get a 1st down for obvious reasons, but for more so just because the field position piece. We need to get out of this. We're inside our 20, and it's not a good place to operate. All
right, Wardogs come out with trip to the right, and we're going to take a timeout right here.
I think we got a delay.
I think he signaled here. Official on our sidelines did signal timeout and he did point to our side. So the Wardogs do take a timeout right before the delay of the game.
Yeah, Zach Gardner not happy right there at somebody.
All right, we're excited to be live in the brand new Wardog TV, which is now the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports, performances, and special event broadcast. This has been a dream in the works for a few years for Miami schools. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will provide high-quality broadcasts and video content to Wardogs around the world. Shout out to our student production team tonight, Kiara Richards, Ava Huff, Rylan Stewart, and Blake Frazier, as they are taking their time out of every Friday night to travel with us and be even at home on the road to be a part of this production. So thankful for those kids willing to take the time and gain this valuable experience. So back to action here. Wardogs facing 3rd and 10. They're going to hand it up inside to Nichols, and he's going to fight forward for about 3, and that's going to be it. So Wardogs going to have to punt it here on their first possession of the night. So good job right there by the Mustang defense. They come out and was able to hold the Wardogs without a first down.
Yeah, and once again, here we're in a visitor's press box over here. Me and Coach Paxson are up in here, and to our right is 2 of our staff members, Coach Overman and Coach Till. Our production team is actually set up outside the press box in the bleachers, so it's a pretty impressive sight to see what these guys do week in and week out to get this thing off.
There's the snap and the kick. Oh, it's a booming kick by Davis. It was all the way back inside the 20, inside the 15.
You got a tackle now.
It's going to be picked up. It's out to the 20, to the 25, out to about the 28. Man, what a kick.
Great kick.
So, Coach, that originated from about the 21-yard line. He got a hold of that one and had some wind behind him, and I was really afraid Oologah was going to end it start with just great field position because their return guy was standing on about the 40.
Yeah.
And that ball went almost all the way over his head, all the way back almost inside the 15. He did pick it up and get a decent return. So
almost outkicked the coverage a little bit there, but we did a pretty good job there.
All right. Oologah comes out for their initial possession of the night. They're going to take over first down and 10, ball at their own 30. Just underway here in Oologah.
Wouldn't surprise me if you see them go to the passing game early. I know that they're kind of like us, Coach. They want to try to run it. Just, we've struggled against the pass, on the vertical routes. It just wouldn't shock me to see them try to go to it early and often.
All right. They hand the ball on first down to the running back, and he's hitting the backfield and dropped back for about a half-a-yard loss.
We like those.
You like those. We'll bring up second down. It's called 11 for the Mustangs. Nice night here in Oologah. They're going to run an option here to the left. Quarterback's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be bottled up. And he's going to be brought down for no gain. So we're going to bring up 3rd and 10. So, Coach, one of these we've talked about all year long. 3rd and long, and the Wardog defense get off the field.
Yeah, big play here early. We need to do the same thing they did to us, is get that 3 and out, get that ball turned over, let them punt against the wind. Maybe we can grab some good field position here.
All right, big play here early in the game for the Wardog defense.
Watch their inside seam by the tight end.
They're going to boot it.
Good.
It's going to be pressured.
Good.
Good job
Very
right
nice.
there. See if we can get a number there. It's a great job. That's
Hunter Nichols.
Hunter Nichols coming off the edge. And
just forced that throw a little early. He had the guy open. Coach, I think we're in good position to probably tackle that up.
I think so. That was
just a good the pass rush just really ate that thing up.
Just a little bootleg, and as he turned, Nichols was right in his face, so he had to get rid of it in a hurry. So both teams answer on defense at their first possessions of the night, and Oologah is going to be forced to punt.
That seems about right, doesn't it?
Yep.
When you get in these big games like this, typically the defenses kind of step up early, and it's all about adjustments.
Low kick by Oologah. It's going to bounce and cross the 40 and go out of bounds.
No, we've gained some tremendous field position here,
Coach.
Coach.
Going to go out right about the 37-yard line.
From where we started, you go back to that 4th down punt, how we flipped the field. We've gained 25 yards in possession here.
So both teams, you can see what they're wanting to do. That both teams want to line up and run the ball right at you with very little success on both teams' opening play.
Coach, what a beautiful – sorry to interrupt you there. What a beautiful scene. We're facing the west and where the sun's setting, and it's got that real pretty orange sky. I mean, just Friday night lights are pretty special.
Couldn't get any better than this. You could put this on in a movie somewhere.
It's really cool, yeah.
All right, Wardogs come out with a little bit different look, kind of a little bunch look to the right.
Yeah. We're going to
throw view, and that's Jinx is going to take it around the right side.
Set the edge.
And he's going to go across the 40 up to almost the 44-yard line. They're going to mark him down about the 42. So positive yards on first down. Let's give him 5 yards on that one. So we haven't really seen the bunch look much this year.
No, that is brand new. Looked like Seth Garrett, Walls, and Riley. McKibben was in there in that bunch set. So obviously we've got some stuff we're going to throw out of that as well. But right there, we're just trying to set the edge with quarterback power.
And a good job, a good kick out block by one of the backs right there. Wardogs going to take the bunch and flip it to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Nichols in the backfield with Jinx. Second down and 5 for the Wardogs. They're going to run a counter back this way. Nichols going to be hitting the backfield, kind of dodges one. He's going to fight forward. Really for a gain of about 1. That could have been a big negative play for the Wardogs, and Nichols was able to dodge a bullet. Wardogs sending the Riley and Walls back out. More of the traditional set. It's going to bring up third down, and let's call it 5 for the Wardogs. 7:38 left in the first quarter. No score here early in Oologah. Wardogs on their second possession. Both teams went 3 and out.
Got to win up front on third down.
All right. Jinx is going to fake it. Going to drop back.
Boy.
He's under pressure.
Almost immediately.
Running for his life, and he's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught.
Hey, that's first down.
That's a good catch right there. I think that's Riley on the catch.
It is Riley. Nice job.
Catch it on the other side of the 50. So first down. Good job by Jinx. Had a lot of pressure, rolled to his left, and put it right on the money. So Brethren Riley had a big week last week, several receptions. It starts off this week with a big catch. And so Wardogs pick up the first down of the evening, and they move the ball across the 50 into Oologah territory.
And what Braylon did really good there, coach, is knowing what he needed to have. He cut that right off a little early. Carson did a great job, by the way, of getting outside the pocket, and that's a tough throw when you're running to your left as a right-handed quarterback.
Yes.
So good execution there.
All right, Wardogs come out now with 2 backs, Davis and Nichols, both in the backfield on either side of Jinx. We're going to have a flag here. We're going to have offside against Oologah.
Yep.
So Wardogs going to pick up a free 5-yard gain right here. Results from last week's games in District 4A3, Miami over Catoosa 43-22. Cushing over McLean 63-8. Oologah beat Skytook 56-14, and Wagner shut out Cleveland 56-0. This week's district's game, of course, we're here in Oologah tonight. Cleveland is at Catoosa, is playing Skytook. Wagner at McLean. And Cushing is at Cleveland. So that's your district games tonight.
Boy, Coach, we've already early in this game have shown the Oologah defense lots of looks already offensively, from the bunch to the 2-back to the traditional. So it'll be fun if we can continue to drive on him here.
All right, hand to Davis around the left side. He's going to pick up big yardage. He's across the 40 down to almost the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Wardogs.
Give me, about 8 there?
Yep. Looking at district games this week, Coach, probably not a lot of games you're looking at that think, hey, that's probably going to be an upset. Cushing at Cleveland, Catoosa, Skytook, that one's probably not going to play a big factor in the playoff decisions, and Wagner at McLean. So
I believe that game is being played at Wagner.
Yes, so this is definitely the big game of the district. So after the big gain by Davis, Wardogs now facing 1st and 10 ball now at the Oologah 36-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield once again. Jinx is going to take it around the left side. He's hit in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for about almost a 4 or 5 yard loss all the way back to the 39. It's called a loss of 4. A lot of penetration up front right there by the interior defensive line of the Mustangs.
It looks to me early that Oologah's game plan is to not let Carson get going. Carson, it looks like, has a guy that's almost spying him, I would almost say, because right there, that was backside linebacker, literally just shot a gap. And it's almost like he's just going directly to Carson. So it'll be interesting to see how we can adjust up front to that look.
All right, so second down, and let's call it 13 for the Wardogs. Jinx back, and he's under pressure, rolling out to his right. He's got Walls out here.
Get vertical.
Got the 40.
Vertical.
Down to 35.
Very good, Garrett.
25. He's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah. See how he got vertical there, Coach? Yep. Not worried about side to side. Just get north and south. Really good execution there by Garrett.
And he was really caught the ball probably about the line of scrimmage. Just nobody on him. He got it and got north. As you said, so the Wardogs overcome the loss on first down. They pick up another first down. And then we're going to put the ball about the 25-yard line.
Boy, Carson's has done a really nice job early of escaping pressure and finding that really it's a second look.
Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wardogs. 5:53 left in the first quarter. Wardogs have put together a good drive here on their second possession of the night.
21 personnel here. I hear Coach Till saying we're going to go the other direction. So they flipped this. Whatever we had regularly called, he's going to flip it.
That's the Nichols up inside. He's going to go across the 25. Not a lot of room. Probably give him about 1 or 2 on the play, down to about the 24. So far, not a lot of gaps on the interior from tackle to tackle so far for the Wardogs.
No, our best run so far has been Seth when he got around the edge there, and like you said, everything inside right now is pretty clogged up.
Yeah. So Oologah, big defensive line, and sure their key this week is going to be on Jinx. He's been our leading ball carrier all year long, over 1,000 yards already.
He's been a warrior for us for sure. Did we get a free one there? Nope, they didn't give it to us.
Not going to get that one across. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Wardogs.
Got plenty of time here. 5 on the play clock. We're good.
This is going to go up inside. Jinx, once again, not a lot of room. He's going to go from the 24 down to about the 22. So bring up 3rd down and 7. Definitely 2 down territory right now for the Wardogs. Actually, only going to pick up about 1.
Yeah, and the kicking game will be interesting tonight. The wind is definitely blowing out of the south, and we are driving towards the north, so the wind is at our back right now. But you look up there at Old Glory, and she is swirling up there. I mean, it's not a straight south direction, so kicking game is going to could be a factor this evening.
All right, big 3rd down here for the Wardogs early. Pressure off the edge.
Good
football. Throws the ball out, and that is caught.
That's a really good throw.
Caught about the 13-yard line.
That's a really tough throw is what that is.
That is a 1st down. So huge pickup on 3rd and long for the Wardogs. Coach, did you see who caught that? I did not.
That was Eric McKibben.
Okay, McKibben caught that on the far side.
Coach, what a tough throw that is. My goodness, that was just a really good throw by Carson and did it in timing. I mean, Eric had just came out of his break and turned around and saw the football. Good body control there.
Kind of put that ball low and away. For the only one who's going to catch that one was McKibben.
And just knowing where we needed to be. It's just that part's been really good so far.
All right, Wardogs come out with trips to the right.
Cut
Nichols up inside.
Yeah.
From the 13 down to about the 12.
Coach, we're 1 guy away there from that probably being 6 for Hunter.
All right, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Wardogs still having a little bit of trouble finding a lot of running room up between the tackles. But they'll be patient. They'll stay with it because that's what we do.
That's what we do. Yeah.
You dance with the one that brought you.
That's exactly right. And why would you do something different?
That's right. All right, let's call it 2nd and 9 in a rapidly moving first quarter, already down to 3.5 minutes left. Jinx takes it, drops straight back.
Little screen.
The tunnel screen to McKibben, and he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, again, we're just that 1 guy away, Coach, and so far we're missing the 1 guy, and in the running game and in the passing game.
That's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. The Wardogs have had a couple of early answers for 3rd and long. Little tunnel screen there to McKibben, and Oologah to get a good job of sniffing that out. And as Coach Davis said, it looked like we were about 1 block away from springing that one. 3:04 left in the first quarter. Wardogs and the Mustangs, no score. Both teams went 3 and out on their first possession. This is a Wardog second possession.
You think here where Coach Gardner's trying to get 8 of this right here and then trying to give him something to do on 4th, or you try to get it all right here?
Probably going out. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw it.
Yeah,
out of the corner. They did a good job coverage out there by Oologah. Nobody really open.
Yeah, I know people may view that. We're going to kick it here, Coach. But I know people look at that and think, why in the world are we throwing it like that? That's honestly a really good play by Carson.
Yeah, you throw that one away out of the corner of the end zone, and nobody catches it, and you live to play another down.
That's exactly right.
Wardog drive has slowed down. The ball is at the 15. This is going to be roughly a 32-yard field goal.
Again, tough sledding tonight in the kicking game, so this is it's a 22-yarder, but I'd say with this wind, it probably feels more like a 30-yarder just from a directional standpoint.
All right, Walls on for the hold. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up.
Got it. He got it.
And it is good.
Nice.
32-yard field goal by Shane Doughton. The Wardogs go on top early, 3-0 here.
Nice.
So nice drive. Nice, answered it. Drive ended in points. So 2:38 left in the first quarter. The Wardogs go up 3-0. And what's going to be a tightly contested contest throughout. Coach, looking at the district standings, Wardogs play in District 3. Cushing sits atop at 4-0, followed by Oologah, Wagner, Miami, all at 3-1. Then Skytook 1-3, Catoosa, and Cleveland 0-4. So, and I left McLean off of there. I need to do a better job on my typing here.
Well, they've got the one.
McLean is 2-2.
Yeah,
2-2. I think they're 3-2 in the district. After tonight, McLean will probably go to
actually 2-3.
2-3.
They got a win over Catoosa and the win over Cleveland over the forfeit. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so they're 2-3. We'll probably drop to 2-4 tonight.
Yeah, again, this we've said at the start of at the game, and we'll probably say it a few more times with all of our listeners out there. Thank you guys again, guys and girls that are listening to us. But how big of a game this is, because it is. We don't want to overstate it, but at the same time, we don't want to understate anything either. This is one of the bigger games Miami football's played in several
in a lot of years. All right, Wardog's out to kick it off. That's Douthat. He's going to kick it. It's be caught about the 10. It's fumbled. He picks it up about the 20.
Uh-oh.
He's got a seam out across the 40, 45, out to the 50.
Ball's
on the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is going to be a fumble. That's going to be Wardog football.
That is number 12, Kyler Walker, knocking that ball loose. And who was it, 16 that picked it up? Was that David Homer?
Coach, I did not see.
Or 15. I think that was 15. That was Seth Eads. But Kyler Walker most certainly caused that fumble. Great job, big turnover. I was getting ready to say, almost him muffing that almost helped him, because we had 3 or 4 of our guys run past him.
Almost, yes.
And then that created that seam that you mentioned. And then we turn around and make a great hustle play and get us a free possession.
All right, Wardogs get the first break in the kicking game. So after the muffled kickoff, and he hit a seam, looks like he was going to go, when the Wardogs did not give up on it, caught him from behind and coughed it up. Coach, do you take a shot right here? Is this a good shot for play action and maybe throwing one deep?
Well, I think I could, you know how a big play after a turnover is always on your mind if you're the defensive guy right now. But if I'm the Miami offense, I'm like, let's just keep demoralizing them. Let's just keep on grinding and keep their offense on the sideline being frustrated, to where maybe when they do finally get a chance to come out, they might press a little bit harder. I don't know, but what a huge turnover early in the ball game.
Definitely so. Wardogs need to take advantage of that. Wardogs take their second time out. Coach want to make sure that he gets everything taken care of in the play call. And
I got a couple of shout-outs here. So as we've continued to go through the season, Coach, I know you're the same way, but we have several people that reach out to us and tell us how nice it is, the production, and that's a testament to our kids and David Frazier.
Yes,
that's first and foremost. We say it all the time. We love football. We're football coaches. We love talking it. But I've run into some interesting. Pat and Tanya Juergensmeyer, I want to shout out to them. Ran into them at Norman, and Tanya was showing me all the different ways they watch Wardog TV from their RV. A picture of Pat watching it on his phone, on a rooftop at a restaurant. So shout out to Pat and Tanya Juergensmeyer as one of our listeners, and we'll do some more shout outs as we move along.
All right, Wardogs take over 1st and 10 at their own 45.
Oh, there's the flea flicker. We got it. We got 88.
He throws into double coverage, and it is going to go incomplete. Handed it off to Davis, and he flipped it back to Jinx, and really, Oologah did a pretty good job staying with that.
They did, yeah. The better throw would have been to McKibben, who had the one-on-one. Looked like he had his guy beat. But, again, I like the shot. Plus, it kind of loosens them up just a little bit. Because right now is what most people will do. They're going to put more guys in that box to try to take away our running game. And the fact that we've thrown the ball a little bit here with some success and taken a couple of shots deep at least keeps those corners and safeties from creeping in there too far.
Yeah, something we got on the air a little bit late tonight, but it'd be interesting to see what kind of trick plays we have. Because I know, like some of our bigger game against the Grove, he had some new ones out, and I'm sure that we'll see a few new wrinkles tonight from the Wardogs. So 2nd down and 10. Jinx over the left side. Nice. He's still on his feet across the 50.
Go.
Down the 45.
Hit
down
it, Carson.
The 40.
Hit it, Carson.
To the 30.
Hit it, Carson.
To the 20. To
Good.
The 10. He's caught from behind, and he's going to go all the way down to the 5.
That's a 50-yard run. Pardon me, Coach.
All right, it's going to mark him down about the 6. So Wardog's been looking for that gap up inside, and there we finally hit it and able to catch Jinx from behind. But Wardog's on a – how far was that, Coach?
50 yards.
50-yard run.
Yeah.
And Wardog's going to be set up 1st down and goal at the 6.
I guess where they put it, Coach, it was 48.
All right, so let's give him 48.
Yeah.
They're actually going to mark it about the 7. So – all right, Wardogs trying to take advantage of that big turnover.
Is it safe to say Carson probably won't handle the ball right here?
I would say so.
Yeah.
They're going to hand the ball up inside to Davis around the left side. He's hit it right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down after no gain. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Wardogs up 3-0 and knocking on the door again.
Is that what you're seeing, Coach Allen? It looks like they're in every gap from up here.
Yes.
All right. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8.
I'm up here naturally answering Coach Teal. He says it looks like they're standing in every gap pre-snap, and I said, yes, that's what they're doing. It's just a natural reaction.
Yeah. 2nd down and goal from the 8 for the Wardogs. Late first quarter.
So what we did different on Carson's there popping, instead of using the 2-back lead, we actually split our backs. One back went one way, the other back went the other, and ended up doing just an individual power.
Jinx takes it, rolls to it right, under pressure. He throws.
Got him.
Caught!
Oh, he dropped it. Yeah.
McKibben had it and dropped it.
Good football, though.
That was a good throw by Jinx, just not able to bring that in. So clock stops at 1:12. Third down and goal from the 8. You sure love to see the Wardogs get 6 right
Boy,
here.
it'd be huge, wouldn't it?
Go up 2 scores here early. So let's call it third down and 8. Stop clocks. The clock stops after the incomplete pass. 1:12 left in the first quarter.
Another nice thing about Oologah, great facility, by the way, and they've got, the scoreboard's nice and bright, big. We can easily see it from the booth. Helps us out tremendously.
Definitely so. All right.
Oh, we got a little wide out here. We got running back at wide receiver.
Going to have a middle screen. It's going to be.
There's the one guy.
Yep.
It's the same thing, Coach. We are one guy away on several of these plays from being big, big plays, and that was the exact same.
So after the big run by Jinx, Mustang defense stiffens up, and the Wardogs going to be forced to attempt their second field goal. Ball's going to be at the 10. So it's going to probably be roughly a 27-yard field goal.
Boy, you'd have loved to see us punch one in right there.
Definitely so. After that turnover on the kickoff, we're going to have a timeout, this time by the Mustangs.
Boy, we're burning through timeouts here, Coach.
So 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wardogs on for the second field goal attempt to the night. Special thanks to Superintendent Nick Highsmith, Assistant Superintendent Kenny Iverson, and the Miami Public Schools Board of Education for their continued support of Wardog Athletics. Shout out to our Director of Communication, David Frazier, who is the brains and the master behind the scenes of Wardog TV.
Coach, we have a first-time listener for Wardog TV, and I'm going to give him a pass for the first few weeks.
Where's he been?
Rhett Gardner is a first-time listener on Wardog TV. Zach and Emily Gardner, our head coach, Zach Gardner, our head boys and girls cross-country coach, Emily Gardner, welcome their son, Rhett Christopher Gardner, to this world on Monday. Mama and baby are home resting, and everybody's doing great. So,
in addition to the Wardog family.
That's right. Rhett, appreciate you listening to us tonight, bud.
All right, Wardogs on for the field goal. There's the hold. The kick gets up.
Again, executed really well. Yeah.
Right through the middle.
Yeah, executed well.
All right, Wardogs 2 for 2 on field goals tonight. Unfortunately, not able to turn over that big run into more points, but still, Wardogs score once again and lead 6-0. 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wardogs will be on the road again next week as we travel the long distance to Cleveland. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Cleveland's winless on the season. That's one of those kind of scary games.
It is.
It's a long journey. You have a big build-up here, a long journey. They're winless.
Yeah, and we don't know what's going to happen here,
Yep.
Whether we're coming off a huge win or we're coming off a tough loss where we almost feel like we have to win now at Cleveland. That game is all kinds of scary.
Yep. Then the Wardogs will end up their last game of the regular season November 4th at home against the Wagner Bulldogs. It will be senior night there that night in Miami. We'll be honoring all the seniors, football, cheer, dance, band. So come out and that'll be your last opportunity to see the Wardogs in person at Robertson Field. So Wardogs on for another kickoff. Oologah almost ran the last one back and ended up turning it over, and the Wardogs turned that one into 3 points.
We did take advantage of the turnover. You always want to get points off turnovers. It wasn't the points that we wanted, but it's the points that we will absolutely take.
All right, and there's the kick, deep onside, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty against the Wardogs. So Oologah could either take the ball at the 35, I believe, or make the Wardogs kick it again.
Coach, anymore, the kickoff out of bounds at this level is honestly not as big of a penalty as it seemed like it used to be. It's really not. So, because more times than not, there's not a lot of high school guys that can get those deep touchbacks, so there's going to be some sort of return. And the return game's bit us a few times here. But at the same time, though, a lot of times our kick coverage has buried them inside the 22, so it's been kind of a feast or famine for us. So, kicking the ball out of bounds after a big return that they had, it's not just the worst place to be.
As long as they don't make you kick it again.
That's exactly right.
All right, so Oologah takes over. Down 6-0. They're going to flip their tight end and their wing.
Run the ball here, Coach, and we got a free play.
And the Wardogs are going to jump off sides. Satterwhite come across and made contact. That's going to be a 5 yards against the Wardogs. So Oologah going to take advantage of a free 5.
So, again, 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, we're going to flip, and then Oologah, maybe now we start to see their passing game when we get to that second quarter, Coach, with that wind at their back.
Running up inside.
Good
job there. That is Satterwhite from the backside. Catches him and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So Second down and 5, and that's going to probably bring the first quarter to a close if Oologah wants to. They would not have to run another play. 15-14, clock moving. What's been a rapidly played first quarter, and they are going to walk to the sideline. So, Coach Davis, big game tonight, and quarter one is in the books, and the Wardogs lead this one 6-0.
Yeah, that's all you can do. They give you 4 quarters to play, and maybe sometimes some extras, but you win each one, you win the ball game. That's pretty simple math.
Yeah, and you said, we wanted off to a good start, and the Wardogs really have got off to a good start.
Oh, I completely agree. I mean, we knew that we're not going to come in here and just, see a bunch of 2-play 80-yard drives. I mean, they're a good football team. We share the exact same record for a reason. They do some really good things. Again, they're really good up front. Traditionally, in the last decade to 15 years, they are a very, very good football team year in and year out, and they're very well coached. So we knew this was going to be a grinder tonight.
Some scores from across the district. Cushing already up on Cleveland, 34-0.
Cushing's still good at football this week.
Cushing's still good at football this week. Ranked number 1 by most polls across the state. Wagner leads McLean 17-0 in the first quarter.
Coach, big 5A game by our neighbors. Grove at Collinsville. Have you got that one brought up yet?
I saw a score earlier. The early score I saw was 7-7. So let's see what we can pull up, and that's still in the second quarter score, 7-7.
Yeah, that's a big-time football game in 5A.
Yes, Collinsville, defending state champion. Grove in our district last year, moving up. So that one's going to go a long way toward the district title there. Once again, Oologah flipping their tight end and wing, and almost draws Satterwhite off sides again. Second down and 5 for the Mustangs.
Here's the good news. Now you know that they can't hard count again. Now you can be aggressive.
All right, they're going to run the counter back this
right
way.
At us. Yeah, good back. Oh, we got a tackle.
Splits the tackles across the 50, down across the 45, down to about the 43-yard line. So a big play right there by the Mustangs. It's going to pick up about 16-17 on that play.
Yeah, that was, in my opinion, their best player. That's number 21, Ashton Wright, junior running back who played a lot for him last year. Not a very big guy, but really shifty right there.
All right, first and 10. Once again, shifting the strength of the formation. 11:36 just underway here in the second quarter. Wardogs lead early here, 6-0 on the foot of 2 Shane Douthit field goals.
Again, I'm waiting for the vertical passing game now with the wind at their back.
And there's a hand up inside the 21 again. He's inside the 40 down to about the 35. Still moving the pile down to the 30. They're going to mark him down about the 32. So pickup of 11 on first down for the Mustangs.
Coach, we've got a few guys there at the point of attack. We're just struggling getting him on the ground there the last 2 plays.
So 2 plays in succession moves the chains for 2 first downs for the Mustangs. So they quickly have a drive of their own going here. Let's call it first and 10 down at the Wardog 33-yard line.
Starting to see those adjustments come into play. So Oologah didn't move the ball real well. They've adjusted a little bit, and now it's our turn to adjust defensively.
All right, Wardogs come out, and a little bubble pass out to the
good.
And that ball's picked up. No.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I never did hear a whistle.
I never did either, but it was a good job to scoop it up, though.
And with us with the headsets on, sometimes we don't hear everything, on the field.
I mean, here's what's crazy is the sideline official on our sideline, he gave the signal that was a backwards pass, and I think that's where Coach Gardner is a little fired up.
After we recovered it.
So what looked like could have been a huge turnover for the Wardogs.
Okay, ends up being an incomplete pass.
Yeah, they're going to call it incomplete, so second and 10.
Coach, I thought it was forward live, but I'd love to see it back.
All right, second and 10 for the Mustangs. Motion across the formation. Quarterback keeps it, rolls to his right.
Good, Hunter.
Throws it deep, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, good job there by Hunter Nichols. Late pressure, jumped up in the air, which I typically don't like because quarterbacks can pump fake because they're so athletic now. But in that case, it was really good because it helped close the window a little bit there.
All right, so good coverage downfield, and Wardogs going to be now facing third and 10.
Probably 2 down territory, wouldn't you say here, Coach?
I would say so. Mustangs have it, third and 10. Ball at the Wardog 33. 2 incomplete passes.
I can hear Stacy Satterwhite, Coach Satterwhite saying it's third down.
All right, bring the formation across. The
ball. Get on there. Yes, sir.
Wardogs have it.
First Great down, job.
Wardogs.
Huge.
Once again, the Wardogs come out with another big turnover, and they're going to take over with ball in good field position.
I'm laughing. So this is one of the first games that Pax and I have actually got to hear our crowd, and I'm laughing in a good way because, man, I love the passion that comes with Wardog sports. Man, our crowd, Coach, at Oklahoma City in the stands at that softball game was incredible. Student section was great. Man, I just love the support that our kids get.
All right, Wardogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38, hand up inside to Nichols, and he is going to be hit in the backfield. He fumbled the ball, and he's going to turn it back to the Mustangs.
Yep.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah, that right there was, again, where they're really, really hurting us backside right now.
Yep. All right, so Wardogs turn it right back to the Mustangs, and the Mustangs will take over in outstanding field position. The ball's going to be right at the Wardog 33. So Wardog defense needs to step up big right here. Once again, change of possession. Often, this is often a good time for teams will take a shot deep.
Yep.
They're going to hand the ball up inside, and he's going to be
got to finish there.
Still fighting.
Yeah, Coach, right there, we've got him for a 1-yard gain, and he spins off of it and ends up with 6.
Yeah, all the way down to the 25. So too many yards after contact.
Yeah, and he's kind of starting to get going a little bit. I mean, he's starting to run with a little bit of a presence about him now.
They're going to go a little up tempo. They get to the line quickly, and they're going to call the play at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 2 for the Mustangs. Ball at the Wardog 25. Hands the ball around the left side.
Good.
And he's going to be hit right there.
Very good.
Down.
Good job setting the edge there by the outside backer.
All right, it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Mustangs. 3rd and 1. Coach, this is also another good play. 3rd and 1. If you're confident you can get a yard, to a play action pass right here. See if you can get a cheap one. All right, 9:34 left till halftime. Wardogs lead this one 6-0. A rapidly moving contest. End up inside the back, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
He runs the ball hard.
He does.
He runs the ball hard.
He does. Not a big game, but enough to get the 1st down. Only needed 1, got 2. So we are going to move the chains. 1st down, Oologah, ball roughly at the Wardog 21. Up inside, he's going to be 21 down to about the 18. And once again, thought we had a chance in the backfield.
Yeah, it's still not a bad job. Yep. I mean, he's getting 1, maybe 2 there. But again, when you get to the point of attack, right there at the point of attack, it's a 1-yard loss.
Yep.
So, we saw a while ago the difference what 3rd and 1 looks like. They got 2. If we make that play right there, it's minus 2-yard loss. It makes that 3rd and 4th down a little bit more difficult.
All right, 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, same play.
Keep it on the ground.
They're just wearing out the same play, and just good job by the corner.
Oh, good job right there, and we're going to have a hold.
And we got a hold.
Way behind him. That was a good job by the corner.
Yeah, good job by Garrett Walls there.
Right, Walls to come up and take his legs out from him. And that is going to be a hold against the Mustangs. They've already signaled it.
Now, Coach, if that was a 3rd down play, you might consider declining that. But again, 1st and 2nd down, you're taking that 10-yard penalty all the time.
Definitely so. All right, so Mustangs going to get backed up 10 yards. One of the early, that might be the first flag we've seen tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
Other than the offsides.
And we had the kick out of bounds.
The kick out of bounds.
But no, they've been few and far between.
Really cleanly played game.
Yeah,
so
which
we're
is
going
great.
to move this one all the way back to the 30, and Oologah is going to face 2nd down and 17. They're going to boot it.
Good, Reese.
Reese has
finish.
Oh,
go, Chris Kelly. Make a play.
And he's going to be caught about the 21. It's going to be a pickup of about 9 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 or 12 for the Mustangs. So good job right there. Good pressure.
Yeah.
Reese sat right on the edge, and quarterback had to kind of change his path. Let's bring up 3rd down and 11.
Pretty good catch there.
Yep,
I mean, he kind of get up in the air, and someone put a hit on him right at the catch, and he did a good job holding on. 3rd and long here, though. Need to win this down.
All right, underway here. 3rd and 11. You're going to have to already hit this one off. 3, 2, 1.
He's tight. Yeah, so they have to run the ball there because they covered up the tight end.
Quarterback around the left side, and he's going to pick up pretty good yard. He's down to about the 11 or 12.
That may be enough, Coach, or if so, it's a yard short. He is short.
Yeah, he's shorter than he didn't get as far as we had thought.
1.5, 2 yards?
Yeah, they're actually, I'm trying to look on our side, like, about 2.
Big play here early.
Yes, it is. So we're going to bring up 4th down,
Watch,
and let's call it 2 or 3.
I'd watch hard count here.
Watch the ball, don't jump.
Hard count. Yeah.
All right, 4th and 3.
Coach, I think they're going to turn around and hand this to 21 up inside and trust that he can go get 2 yards.
That's exactly what they're going to do. He's going to work us around there on the left side.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up the first down
Yeah.
across the 10 down to around the 9-yard line. So Oologah needed 3, got about 4 or 5. So the drive stays alive for the Mustangs. They're going to be they'll have 1st and goal inside the Wardog 10. Let's put it at the 9.
Yeah, I mean, again, we didn't play it real bad, but again, it's 4th and short, and, he's a good player.
Definitely so. So 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Up inside again. He sidesteps a couple of tackles, and he was going to go in. That's too easy.
Yeah, that was the easiest one of the day so far in a time when we didn't need it to be the easiest one of the day.
All right, so Oologah answers after the Wardog turnover, and they marched it down the field and put their first points up of the night. Wardogs were up 6-0 on the foot of Shane Douthit's 2 field goals. Oologah has the opportunity now to go up 1 as they score the first touchdown of the night. There's the kick, it's up, and it is right down the middle. So Oologah takes the lead here, 7-6, 7:10 left till halftime. So it looked like a big turnover for the Wardogs is all for naught as the Wardogs turn it right back over on the first play, and Oologah answers and drives down to take the lead. So it looks like Coach Cunningham was setting the stage for an old-fashioned Donnybrook tonight.
Yeah, nobody up here right now is surprised by what we're seeing so far. We knew that Oologah was very similar to us. They wanted to line up, and they trust their guys up front. They trust their running backs and their quarterbacks to go get those tough yards. And then every now and again, they're going to pop one for 8, 9, 10, 11. They're efficient in the passing game to get the first downs and to keep you honest back there. So just very evenly matched teams tonight, and I anticipate this to go down to possibly whoever's got the ball last.
Yeah. Some upcoming events this week for Wardogs. Tomorrow, high school cross-country regionals will take place at Shakota High School at 9 o'clock in the morning. Monday, high school girls basketball scrimmage at Quapaw at 3:30. 6th grade boys and girls basketball will open their season competing in the Welch tournament throughout this week. All right, and Oologah set for the kickoff. There's the kick, and it is a high, deep kick all the way back to about the 5. Nichols takes it right up the middle.
Got a gap.
He's got a gap.
Got to win against the
40.
kicker. Win against the kicker.
45.
Tuck the ball, Hunter.
Down to the 40.
Good.
And he's going to go all the way
Good.
down inside the 30-yard line.
Good.
No flags on the
Look at the seam there, Coach.
Yep.
I mean, my goodness, that was great blocking. Just a really, really nice job there by the KOR team.
So right there, good job right there. Is a nice deep kick. Took out the 5, and we're going to bring it all the way back to the Oologah 29-yard line.
Coach, back in my NEO days when Zach Allen was our special teams coordinator, he said it's kickoff and return for a touchdown. That's what we called the unit. I mean, like we're not just trying to advance the ball, we're trying to freaking score. So kickoff return can be a very, very dangerous unit. And in this case for us, it set us up really, really nice here.
All right, Wardogs take over. 1st and 10 at the Mustang 29.
Get to this side of the field, Coach. I got to lean over so I can see.
That's Jinx up inside and no room at all. So on 1st down, Jinx gets no yardage. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
I actually think he may have lost one there.
They did. They're going to take him from the 29 back to the 30, so they are going to lose one. Oologah doing a good job at balling up the Wardog running game here early in the first half.
Yeah, it's pretty evident that their goal was to not let 7 beat them. So we just got to continue to pound and trust it because we know Carson has already showed it with his big 48-yard run that he's going to pop one.
All right, Jinx back and throw it out, and that is caught by McKibben. Not a big gain. Going to go up to about the 26. So pick up about 4. Short pass right there. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
It's a really nice catch by McKibben. I mean, I know it's for a short game, but he did a heck of a job of getting that ball touched.
All right, now Coach facing 3rd down here, 3rd and 7.
I'd say now we are in 2-down territory.
The
Kicking
wind,
the wind is getting it right now.
Hard in our face.
I mean, I would say whatever your field goal would normally be, add 10 yards to it probably. I mean, it's a bomb.
Yeah. All right, Wardogs facing 3rd and 7.
We got to go here. Got to go
Laycock
here.
running quick. A little bit different look. Davis stacked behind Jinx. They're going
He's
to throw
it.
And we're going to should have. Oh, he caught
He
it!
caught it! He caught it!
All right, touchdown pass by Seth Davis.
I know he's my son, but he threw a dime right there, Coach. That was
right.
a great throw.
And we could have had easily pass interference on the Mustangs. So we talked earlier, they're going to come out with the bag of tricks, and that's the first one we see tonight. A little option pass from Davis to McKibben. The Wardogs answer on their own. They go up 12-7. All right, Coach, here we go. Back to that debate. Do you go for one? Do you go for two?
Well,
when do we start chasing those points?
You know me. I'm an old school guy. I only go for two when I have to. That's just me. Coach Davis is kicking it right here, but I'm up here with you with no pressure.
Yeah,
so.
I am too. And one of the reasons is because we've had had a hard time tonight moving the football on the ground. But they are going to go for two. He's going to roll out.
He's got it. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, we had it there.
Yeah, that was McKibben again, I believe, on the drop. So Wardogs, after the big kickoff return by Hunter Nichols, answer.
Coach, we are on that play. We are 2 for 2, about 80, 90 yards and 2 touchdowns on the option pass.
And I believe that makes Seth Davis 2 touchdown passes on the year, and Jinx has 3.
Seth's quarterback rating right now has got to be the best in the state.
That's
I don't know what your minimum attempts got to be.
I'm not sure.
Really nice design. Honestly, Oologah hadn't seen that play because that was from the Grove film, and they don't have film back that far.
Yeah.
So
all right, so Wardogs answer, and they retake the lead quickly, and they are now up 12-7. 5:47 left till halftime, and this is turning out to be a dandy here in Oologah tonight.
And what a catch by Eric McKibben, which I felt like you're right. I thought he was getting interfered with, and to continue to have great body control and concentration in a win where that ball, is probably moving a little bit different. Just a great job there, great execution, and we're back up front.
All right, Wardogs to kick it off into the win this time. Coach here's on an update on that big game out of Class 5A. Second quarter score, Grove now leads Collinsville 21-7.
Okay. Yeah. So, they've got enough skill position, guys. As we well know, you get them out in space, they're scary.
Wardogs come in tonight 5-2, both losses to 4A number 1 and 5A number 6. So
Collinsville on a 22-game winning streak coming into tonight. I kind of follow them a little bit because their head coach is a
all
good
right,
friend of mine.
Wardogs going to onside kick it, and it's going to be picked up by one of the front linemen there. So
it's not a bad idea. Again, when you're kicking it, and the other thing, too, with that wind, you could kick it way up in the air, and that thing's going to kind of flutter a little bit. So I'd love to see us kick off a whole bunch more.
I would, too.
That's always a good thing. If we get a chance to kick off again against this wind, maybe that high pooch kick, that kind of holds up and kind of starts to move a little bit. I've only seen Oologah attempt one vertical play with the wind at their back. I keep waiting for them to try to loosen us up a little bit.
Wardogs on defense. Oologah takes over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. And they continue. There's the first pass tonight. It's a slant. It's going to be caught across the 50 up to about the 47-yard line. So we're going to pick up 11 on 1st down.
Yeah, pretty good throw and catch there. Yep. Not a terrible job by Garrett either. I mean, I was like, oh, you got to catch. But, it's a tough play because they haven't shown it yet, and you can't give up sight and go if you're a corner. A little tempo here by Oologah.
Yep. Oologah in a double tight, single receiver to either side. 5:30 left till halftime. Wardogs leading in this one, 12-7. Hand the ball up inside, and he's going to grow down to about the 40-yard line. Pick up about 5 on the play. Let's take it down to the 41.
You got to hurry here. We're trying to sub. We got to get somebody off. We got to hurry.
Wardogs going to be caught probably. Nope, just in time.
They were trying to hard count there. If they wasn't trying to hard count, they would have got us with 12 on the field there.
Yeah. All right, 2nd down and 5. There's
Hunter's getting held. I mean, we got to have that call. Hunter Nichols is just getting tackled on the edge, Coach.
All right, quarterback had to scramble. Hunter Nichols left his feet.
Wow. That's pretty poor. I don't know how we missed that one.
All right, it's going to bring up a 1st down for the Mustangs.
Well, 12 personnel here by Oologah. 1 running back, 2 tight end. You think they may run the ball out of this?
They're going to hand the ball up inside. He's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Finish now. Finish.
He's going to be caught in the backfield.
Good. Yeah, I mean, 12 personnel. Again, 1 running back, 2 tight end. A lot of old school coaches will call that ace.
Yep.
You're either going to throw a slant out of it or you're going to run the football right at
yeah,
it.
and they ran that a little bit for us here tonight.
Yeah.
They go,
It's stuck.
it's wrong on our screen. Those of you watching online, the Wardogs are leading here 12-7. We might have a possible score flipped online, so we're going to get that fixed and taken care of. Ball's handed up inside, and he's hit in the backfield again, and he's going to be brought down for another yard loss. So Wardogs do lead here 12-7. 3:49 left till halftime. Two big defensive plays right there by the interior of the Wardog defense, and Oologah's going to be facing 3rd and 10. Oologah getting out of the double tight look, bringing another receiver in.
Needs a pass rush here.
They're
Come
gonna
on, big
have
guys up front.
2 receivers either side.
Get after him up front right here.
Wardogs pressure.
Good. Spin out of it. Come back. Make a
Coming
play.
up. And he's wide open about the 23. And he's going to be just enough to pick up a first down.
The problem there is our outside linebacker decided to chase quarterback. And as soon as he did, he left that window open for that completion. He's got to stay
in that flat.
Got to stay there. Got to continue to get depth. We've got other guys to tackle those quarterbacks.
All right, 1st and 10, and the Wardogs looks like they're a little maybe outnumbered up top. Trips to the left for the Mustangs. 3 minutes till halftime. Wardogs leading here 12-7.
They threw this to the back last time.
Here's going to be a quarterback run play. Alfred Bailey on a missed tackle there. Got to keep his head up and keep his feet moving.
Overall, not a bad
bad
play for the defense there because, they showed that wall go and they threw it to him, if you remember, and that's where we had was it a backwards pass, was it not? And that's a pretty good look by Oologah out of that.
Going to pick up about 4 on the play. The Wardogs look they had a chance for a tackle in the backfield. 2:30 left till half. Rapidly moving first half. There's the bubble again, and that's going to swing out here.
Good job there when it got
to finish.
Good
job turning it back inside. Not a bad job right there by the Wardog defense.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job there by Dominic Humble, number 21, getting that turned inside. Now we just got to chase and rally to that position to be able to make that tackle.
All right, let's call it 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Back to the double tight look. One of the things that double tight does is you can't it keeps your defense balanced.
It does.
Can't favor either side. They're going
to
hand it. Oh, he hit it in the backfield.
Good,
what a play by Nichols.
Yeah, just a really good job right there.
All right, all the way back to the 24.
Well, and I'm going to give a shout-out to our coaching staff, too. So our coaches up here are literally calling out, this is what they're going to do. It's getting down to the sideline. Our guys are yelling at our kids, and then obviously Hunter's got to be a guy that wins up front and to be able to make that play. I think that's a scouting win right there. I really do. Big play here, Coach. 4th and 6. I mean, they're going to get the ball the second half right here, so we really need to get a stop right here. I anticipate Oologah will run this all the way down, call a timeout, and then try to run one of their best plays.
I would think so. Well, Oologah got a pretty good spot right there. I thought we had him a little bit. I thought we hit him about the 22, 23.
Yeah.
They're going to move that ball all the way back up to the 20.
You know, what I've decided at every level, officials love forward progress.
Man, it's – I know, Coach, all year long we think we've got them stopped, 2 or 3 yards deep, or they keep moving the ball back. And I'm sure it works both saves for us here. So 1:06 left till halftime. Big play coming up here for the Wardog defense.
Coach, I'd like to give another shout-out to a listener. I'd like to thank Miss Gentry Douthit for listening to Wardog TV. A little birdie told me this week that Gentry really enjoys watching us and listening to us on Wardog TV, and want to have a shout-out to Gentry Douthit, one of our elementary students at Miami Public Schools. So, Gentry, appreciate you listening tonight, sis.
Excited to hear the young Wardogs following the older Wardogs online. All right, Oologah now out of the timeout. 1:06 left till half. Big play right here for the Wardog defense.
Big play.
4th and 6 for the Mustangs. Ball is at the Wardog 20. Twins to the left, one receiver to the right. Quarterback drops straight back. Under pressure, dancing around.
We're okay. Now make a
throw
play.
it up.
Oh, he jumped too early.
Oh, he got too high, and it's incomplete.
Good.
Wardogs hold.
Good job there. Really good job everywhere.
Yeah.
Good pressure up front. The quarterback did a good job, Coach.
Yeah,
he
stepping
stepped
up in the parking and
gave his guy a chance, but we stayed true.
Good coverage downfield.
You got to win downs like that in games like this. That's a big win for us.
Coach, I really look for us right now to don't do anything simple.
Maybe hand it off, and maybe if you pop one, maybe you get it going. We do only have one timeout, but again, the biggest thing here is ball security. Take this lead into the half.
Yeah, I'm not even going to hand it off. I'm not going to take a chance of a missed handoff or anything like that. I'm just going to kneel on it.
That's solid. They got one timeout, so either way, we could take 2 knees and go to the half. But again, I don't know. That's where I lean the opposite a little bit. I like to hand it off here. Maybe I can pop one for 40 or 50 and then go from there.
All right, going to hand it to Davis around the left side. He does have a big
That's
hole.
Nichols.
Oh, Nichols, excuse me. Out across the 25 up to almost the 30.
Is he going to tempo or use his timeout?
All right, so he's going to get almost 10. Clock is moving, 44, 43.
Yeah, I kind of like what Zach's doing here. This is a little bit of tempo, but at the same time, we're not just sprinting to do something stupid. This is that second play where if we can get one here, now I can use my timeout and maybe go get some points.
All right, second down and 1 for the Wardogs. Jinx is going to keep it up inside, and he's going to fight for it. He's going to have the first down.
Now, what do you think here, Coach? Do you go fast or do you just – I got my first down. We've done some nice things.
I'm saying let's get to halftime up 12-7, and we'll be happy where we're at. Coach, another shout-out here. Mike Barlow, now training for the Oklahoma State track team, I believe.
Yes, he is.
Who's been a Miami guy, worked with the Wardogs, worked with the Norseman. He's listening to us tonight. Nichols around the left side, across the 40.
Get out of
He's
bounds.
to the 50.
Get out of bounds.
All right. Coach, we're going to keep handing it off right here. We're about to bust one. Nichols having a good game tonight on the ground. Wardogs, 5 seconds left. Thing right now facing a strong, strong wind.
Yeah. This is, Coach, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to get in that bunch, and I bet somebody goes vertical out of that. Nope, we're not either.
We're going to get in twins to both sides. All right. Jinx gets it, drops straight back.
Oh, we got a flea
hitch and
flicker.
lateral. Little flea flicker play, and good job right there by the Oologah defense.
But you know what? I like it because it makes them stay on their toes a little bit. They're like, look, man, they're not going to back off. They're going to keep going. That's a really good half by us. Minus the turnover. Minus the turnover.
Outstanding first half of football here tonight in Oologah, and one half is in the books, and the Wardogs lead this one 12-7. And it's a tight one. We knew that's what it would be. And Coach, I think if you'd ask us, all right, one's in the books, you have a 12-7 lead.
Hey,
we'll take it right now.
Coach, we've won both quarters.
Definitely
We're 2 for 2. We just got to make sure we go 4 for 4.
Right.
But what a great half of football. Again, and to follow up, I had Mike Barlow hired for about 30 days.
Yeah, and then what's he going to do? Take a better job at Oklahoma State?
I mean, he and I go back all those years at NEO, all those stories on the bus and all that stuff, and he leaves me for Oklahoma State University. That was a completely selfish move, and I don't blame him one stinking bit. So, Mike, appreciate your support.
Yeah, thank you for listening tonight.
I do miss you. I wish you was here with us, but I know you've got that dream job and back at your alma mater, and I hope you're doing well, buddy.
All right. We'll take a break right here, and we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll bring you the second half of action.
And, Coach, Todd Berry.
Yes.
Todd Berry, a long-time, Wardog, and a Hall of Famer, was in our Hall of Fame class. He was inducted the same year as Sarah Singer Harms, and is now the president of the American Football Coaches Association, longtime Division I coach. He sets in all these meetings on the name, image, and likeness. That's the big topic. He called me the other day, and he was just got out of some subcommittee meeting on the FBS playoff expansion. So, what a really unique guy, and a guy who loves his Wardogs.
Coach, I can remember, and I grew up in Miami. I can remember as like an elementary student.
Yeah.
We went to every Wardog game, and I can remember Todd quarterbacking for the Wardogs.
Oh, great player. Went on to the University of Tulsa and played quarterback there, and then obviously spent over 20 years as a Division I head coach. Got several conference championships at that level, and one of the best human beings you'll ever meet in your life. But we're thrilled that he and his wife Lisa are here tonight in the stands cheering on the Wardogs. Todd and Lisa recently moved to Tulsa as he gets close to retirement. But we're really, really excited that when we come back here in the third quarter and into the fourth, we'll be joined by Wardog legend Todd Berry.
All right, looking forward to it. All right, like I said, we're at halftime here. Wardogs lead this one 12-7. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. All right, welcome back to Oologah, Oklahoma. We're getting ready to get the second half underway. Wardogs leading in an exciting one here, 12-7. We're excited to have with us Wardog legend Todd Berry.
He laughs every time you say that. I do the same thing, and he laughs like it's not true.
Yeah, I haven't been called a legend very many times, but I appreciate it. It's great to be here, and what a fantastic game here in the first half.
Definitely so. This is one the Wardogs needed for sure tonight. We talked earlier. This is one that Coach Davis said we circled this one on the calendar, and I told Coach Overman coming up, I said, my prediction is you shut him out the second half and you'll win.
How do you think about that coaching philosophy?
That's always the best one now. And the way that we played the first half on defense was pretty significant. And both offenses kind of came alive here in the second quarter. So this is going to be really interesting to see the halftime adjustments and move on.
It's going to be a great second half. Oologah will get the second half kickoff. And kick cover has been at times interesting for the Wardogs.
Both teams.
Both teams, yes.
Yeah, so coming into tonight, both teams, as we've mentioned, both 3-1 in district play. That's the record that matters. That's what we gauge to get us in to the playoff. We're trying to grab one of the 4 spots available in this game. Coach Barry's going to go a long way to kind of separate this district. This is kind of that first week that's really going to happen with just 2 remaining. So this is a big one for us. And one thing I'd like to ask you: you sat in the stands, obviously, the first half. The wind. Me and Coach Paxton talk about the wind. I mean, you've coached a whole bunch of football games. Talk about how the wind can really determine, especially here when it's this is a north-south stadium, how it can affect everything from special teams to how you want to throw the football, things like that.
Yeah, I think certainly in a close game where field position becomes really critical, it becomes more of a factor. And I used to sometimes especially when I was coaching in Illinois, where the wind was just awful.
Yeah.
Is I would actually take the ball instead of deferring, knowing that would give me the option in the fourth quarter to have the wind.
Yep.
So
yep.
I would take the wind, basically, is what it amounted to.
Yeah,
this is a great, very competitive conference, and this is a really important game for the Wardogs.
Yeah, and we were really bragging on our execution in the field goal kicking game. Even though we kicked both of those field goals, that's a junior kicker, Shane Doubt, that was able to put those first 6 points on the board for us. But you still have to execute because that wind's whipping down there, and the snap to the hold to the kick and the battery, obviously, is what we call it. It was really clean. Doubt that kept his head down and was able to get the football up and keep it between the post. And I also noticed that how both offenses, how the passing game looked a little different with that wind and against that wind. So it's getting after it pretty good down there.
No question. And as you mentioned, it's south to north, and it'll be interesting to see here shortly who has the wind in the third quarter, because it's going to be a really significant quarter for that team that has the wind at their back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach, I know we talked about this game in third and fourth and maybe going to Broken Bow, going to Poto. Don't make your reservations yet. First half score, Hilldale 14, Broken Bow 6.
Okay.
So Hilldale moved into number 10 in the rankings this week, so they're saying don't count us out of that. I'd rather go to Hilldale than Broken Bow.
That's a fair statement.
I'd really rather play at home the first round of the playoffs.
That would be even better.
But
we got to, what I kept telling Seth at home, I'm like, look, we're at the 7-8, we're at, these last 8, 9, 10 games. I said, this is the beginning of the alphabet, A, B, and C. I said, we got to take care of letter A before we get to letter B. So, and this is letter A right now.
So Wardogs will be kicking off to start the second half, and they will have the wind at their back in the third quarter. So that means, of course, Oologah will in the fourth quarter. And the clock is winding down, and we are getting ready for the kickoff here in the second half. Once again, we're joined right now by former Wardog, Todd Berry. Coach, what year did you graduate high school?
Wow, now you got to take me back. 1979.
79.
Yeah, 1979.
Pax, that was a good year. There was legends born that year. Did you realize that?
And
yeah,
Coach Berry, I'll be honest here. I grew up in Miami, and I can remember watching you play for the Wardogs. And I wasn't that far behind you. I graduated in 84, and I got to play 1 year for Coach Baines before he went into administration. But I can remember you playing for the Wardogs and those old days of the split back veer.
That's right. Yeah,
good stuff. We're talking some good stuff now.
Yeah, if we had a passing stat at the end of the game, it just meant that I ended up pitching a ball for him. we didn't call it.
We didn't even throw it in warm-ups. What Coach Switzer used to say, we don't even throw it in warm-ups. All right, we're ready for the second half right here. Douthit's got it teed up at the 40. And this is going to be a good second half here tonight. And I said we're going to go underway. Wardogs lead here 12-7.
Yeah, Coach Paxton said, I think Todd was number 14 when he played at Miami. I said, boy, you got a good memory there.
That is correct. That is a good memory. I can't remember what I had for dinner. That's pretty impressive.
So yeah, Coach, we'll throw in some questions for you, as throughout. But you're just like us. You're just the old ball coach, and we're just going to talk ball, talk about kind of what you see and good, bad, and ugly. And we're not ashamed to call out a referee when they don't know the rules. I mean, we're an unbiased broadcast here, Coach Berry. So.
Well, I'm really good at criticizing the officials. I had a lot of practice at that.
Yeah.
All right, so the second half kick goes into the end zone. High school football, you cannot run it out. So Oologah will take over 1st and 10, and they're going to drop back on first down. They're going to throw it. It's caught out across the 30, 35, out to about the 36-yard line. So Oologah comes out with airing the ball out. The Wardogs have done a good job the first half shutting down the run game. They're going to pick up 16 on first down.
It's a little bit surprising based off their first half and not throwing the ball that much, and for them to come out right off the bat.
They're going to hand the ball up inside, and he's going to sidestep. He's got a big gain out across almost to the 50. Still on his feet, down to the 45, down to the 40. Still on his feet, all the way down to the 30.
He's the guy. Do we have a flag down somewhere? I hear a lot of whistles. I see a flag on it looks like hour 42. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a block at the back or a hold, hopefully, and not a face mask. But, we circled number 21, Coach Berry, early this week watching film. I really thought that was their best player. I remember him from last year as a sophomore, running the ball really well. And he's just a tough guy to tackle. I mean, he's not real tall, not a real big guy, but, man, he runs with a good balance and tough guy to bring down.
Yeah, just on that play there, great jump cut, which you don't see a lot of high school players utilize, to where instead of planting off one foot and making a cut, they're actually jumping in and exploding off with 2 feet, and that's difficult, and not a lot of high school running backs can do that.
Yeah. All right, they're going to bring this one way back. Still going to be a first down for the Mustangs, but back on their side of the 50. Let's call it the 48. Oologah takes the ball. He's going to roll to his left.
What about them coming
under
out
pressure, under pressure? He's going to be caught.
Just coming out slinging it against the wind. I mean, kind of just broke, like Coach Berry said, kind of surprising that they tried to come out and establish that early, but, trying to get us on our heels early. But a good play there made to get them behind the sticks.
That's jinx on the sack, and they're going to lose
so
5.
Difficult for a right-handed quarterback to sprint to his left.
Yes.
We're glad he called it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. instead of to the right, because the ball was where the ball location was, you would have thought it might have gone the other direction.
4 receivers.
Oh,
Bladeney's going to come off the side. They're going to sack him all the way back to the 37.
Boy, that was really well timed out. The corner blitz from the boundary like that, it's hard for the quarterback to see sometimes because the short side of the field, and
Coach,
great play. We
ran that so well that we're knocking each other out. I mean, I think our outside linebacker got hit in the area where you never want to get hit. Looks like Reese Satterwhite ended up cramping maybe because of the way he kind of twisted and turned. Looked like it was maybe his hip. I don't think it's an injury. I think he literally turned it into a cramp, but good call there by Coach Homer.
Yeah, they're going to take a injury timeout as the Wardogs have a player down on the field. So the big run negated by a penalty, and the Wardogs have responded with 2 negative plays. So Oologah going to be facing 3rd down and 20, ball all the way back to their 38.
Coach Berry, why don't you talk a little bit about the people out there? We normally have 1,200 views on this. Kind of tell people, I mean, I know it's a – when I say, what do you do? What are you doing now? That job description is about 58 pages, but kind of with your position now with the AFCA, how many years you've been doing that, kind of talk about where life's taking you and what football's done for your life.
Yeah, I spent 34 years as a collegiate coach and 17 moves and lots of different locations and places, and I was always very active in our association. Bottom line was they offered me the executive director's job. And we've got about 18,000 coaches, college and NFL, and quite a few high school guys now too. So anyway, I'm responsible for that, and basically my job is to quite honestly I'm a lobbyist for our coaches with the NCAA, with the NFL, and so most of the problems that we're having in college athletics right now you can attribute to me.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Now, wait a minute. When I talk to Lisa, she says you're fixing everything. So.
Well, I'm trying to fix everything, but unfortunately we got a lot of other people that I'm working with that maybe don't know that much about football, but great people. But just we've there's a lot of chaos right now in collegiate athletics, and it's
that's a great word. It's a great word, and and Coach Pax, I'm fortunate enough, Coach Barry and I, we're kind of extended family, so we have a pretty good relationship, and we talk. What do you say, Coach? Maybe once a month,
right.
Just at whether he reaches out to me and says what's going on in Miami, or me reaching out to him saying what in the world's going on with the NIL. Just trying to. We have some very, very interesting conversations, and it's actually the word he used was chaos with some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes to try to get this game. They're trying to get it right, but I feel like sometimes, Coach, they're overdoing some things, and. What me and Coach Barry's conversations are is like, man, it's so great the way it is. Why are we trying to sprint so far away from what made the game great? And I know that, Coach Barry, that's tough because that you're getting toward the end of it, and there's some fresh blood coming in, and your way's not always the right way, and there's vice versa. But again, talk about how NIL, transfer portal, things like that you guys have to deal with on a week-to-week basis, and where those conversations are kind of at and where it's going.
Well, I think one of the concerns the coaches had, we needed to update our recruiting model. There's no question. Name, image, and likeness, NIL, what you're referencing, is the ability for basically boosters to pay players, and they're doing that.
Yeah.
Many times, without even the coach's desire to have the player, and that's unfortunate. And then obviously you add in the transfer portal, to where now you can recruit players off other teams, and that causes significant problems also. And I think one of the problems that is going on right now is just these were rational outcomes. Whenever you put the two things together, this is what you're going to get is players being bought off other teams and bought out of high school. And the fact that a lot of people didn't believe that was going to happen, it was very naive on their part. But
sure.
Now it's trying to figure out ways to manage this and basically the current format is very difficult. Oh, had a nice little wide receiver screen set up there.
Yep.
Wardogs will be facing 3rd and 7. Wardog defense did come up big and force a punt, so Wardogs now facing 3rd and 7 from their own 37-yard line.
Well, and Coach Barry, not only do you deal with college athletics, you set in some pretty important meetings with the NFL and some of those things. So kind of talk about how your position with the AFCA spills into the NFL as well.
Well, we represent all the NFL coaches. All the NFL coaches are part of our association also. And generally I'm generally meeting with the owners and the general managers more than I am the coaches. I represent the coaches, but it's the general managers and the owners. Oh, did he get it?
No, that's incomplete. So Wardog's going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on in that space too. Many times it conflicts sometimes with the college aspect of the direction of the game, even though much of NFL is starting to kind of revert a little bit to the college game with the type of quarterbacks that the NFL's getting now and that type of thing. But I deal more with when the combine's going to happen in relation to recruiting, and are we going to let juniors come out early for the NFL draft and those kind of things. It's the first time they brought pressure on a punt.
Another good kick.
All right,
die ball
to the 5.
Die ball, save it.
Oh.
Did he get it?
Nope.
It's close.
Just in. So good kick right there by Davis. Unfortunately, just rolls into the end zone just barely, and so Oologah will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, if that ball breaks that imaginary plane there on the goal line, then it's automatic.
Yeah, we were hoping it would hit a tree down there, but unfortunately I didn't see a tree.
Yeah, there's some we were talking about the NFL, and the NFL rules is different in the sense that there's not the automatic plane there. Basically, they can, as long as they're possessing the ball, even if they cross the goal line, as long as their feet haven't touched the goal line, they can throw the ball back.
Yeah, and in high school, it's dead right there.
Yeah, and in college, it's the same way.
Yeah, automatic touchback.
There's as soon as it breaks that plane.
So, guys, just like how we started the game, both teams come out and both punt. So now we settle back in, and we're going to get after it again.
Oologah's going to come out and try to establish the run once again, and Wardogs answer with a big stop on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Coach Paxton, I feel like that turnover is going to be a big deal in this second half. I just hope it's us benefiting from the turnover margin and not them. I don't know. I just feel like this game, Coach Pax, Coach Barry, is one of them turnover games. And right now we're +1, so we're winning that battle, and we happen to be winning on the scoreboard.
Yeah, in these close games, certainly that extra possession is so critical. And I think, again, in close games like this, especially with the wind, field position becomes pretty significant. And, the punt, obviously, even though that still changed the field significantly.
Bring up third down. Let's call it 6 for the Mustangs. 7:43, a rapidly moving contest here tonight. As both
it's
teams
a big play here.
Big play,
yes,
it really
big play
is.
here for the Wardog defense.
Yeah, if we get a stop here.
He's going to get a boot. He's going to have the tight end out of the flat.
Good.
Under pressure.
We're okay. Make a play.
He's going to throw it out of bounds.
That's
good
really
job
good
by the Wardog defense.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt against this wind right now, so we should get some field position out of this.
Coach, how aggressive, and I always love this, as a long-time head coach, did you jump on the headset, tell your special teams guy, hey, go safe here, or hey, let's set up a return left, or hey, go after it here? How much of that was you involved with? I know you trust your coordinators at that level, and that's what they're there to do. How much input or like game situations like this did you ever pipe up and say, hey, this is what I'd like here? Were you that guy?
Well,
or
occasionally on offense and defense. Now on special teams, I was always that guy because I actually coached the special teams. I was a special teams coordinator. I spent most of my time as an assistant, as an offensive coordinator. But I thought it gave me a chance to touch every player.
That's a great comment, Coach.
When you start coaching all the special teams, you have a chance to coach every player.
Yeah, that's a
and
really
I think
nice.
it's important for the players to understand that the head coach is not just walking up and down the sidelines.
Sure.
And I really enjoyed it, and quite honestly, if you're going to fake a punt or if you're going to run a reverse or you're going to do something, those are head coach decisions anyway. And generally, you don't have a lot of time to be able to talk those things out. So consequently, it worked, I think, pretty well for us over the years.
One thing that me and Coach Pax love to, I'll use the word debate. That's a little strong. But going, and we've had it several situations, going for 2 versus kicking the extra point. You know, we had it again tonight. We're up 12-7. You feel like you got to chase that point, Coach Barry, or do you like to kick it and only go for 2 when you have to?
I think a lot depends on the game. I really do. There were time frames when we knew it was going to be a high-scoring game. I didn't mind going for 2 because it was going to end up being one of those games where at some point in time you were going to have a chance to make it up and you might need the 2 points. There's other games that become closer games, as this one is, and looks like it might be a low-scoring game, to where maybe you don't chase it as much, the 2-point conversions.
So going into that week, you've already kind of like, look, the 2-point conversion is going to be in play here.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to have to score 40 plus, blah blah.
Absolutely.
Good cut.
Yeah.
All right, up inside, Wardogs close to a first down.
I'd like to go see him go get it right there. Is that a flag? Nope, just something pink. Just a pink towel. Pink socks. I noticed that the referees had pink flags.
Pink flag,
tonight.
yeah,
I saw
care
that the first time too. Yeah.
Cancer awareness.
Yeah, that's great.
It's going to bring up a big third down here for the Wardogs.
Yeah, got to convert here.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. I'm going to call it about a half-yard. Ball is just outside the 40.
Coach Barry, if anybody watches on film right here, we love quarterback run game. It's right now it's Seth back there. Yeah. I think he's going to follow Seth right up that left side.
Yeah, that gives you your
there
play.
It is.
There it is.
He's going to get vertical, though. He tried to bounce that.
Yeah, it's hard there. You got to just put your head down.
Yeah, you just got to know.
That's difficult. I saw what he was seeing in the sense that the contained player basically gave up his outside arm, and that might give you the bounce, but it's a big call.
Yeah, I mean, this is no man land to me. I mean, we've done some nice things in the running game, so I think the confidence and going to get 3 is probably there.
No.
You punt it, you probably don't gain anything, and it's too far for a field goal. So I think this has to be the call to go for it here.
All right, Wardogs 4th and 3.
I love going for it on 4th down.
Well, as much as Seth is looking at the sideline, I'm thinking he's trying to find out exactly how much he needs.
It's going to be an option play.
Yeah, he ain't going to get it.
Not going to get it at all.
We got a pitch there.
All right, Mustang defense comes up big, and they're going to force a turnover.
Yeah, Carson's got a pitch there, and if he pitches, we probably have it.
Yep. All right, Oologah's going to take over. 1st and 10.
That one's. I love the option.
I do too. I like the call.
Yeah, I do too, because basically it ends up being a running quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And you've got the linebackers now, because of the full flow in the backfield, they can't fill a gap. They've got to run sideways, and there's a chance to find a crease.
So big stop there by Oologah.
Yep.
We need to return the favor here.
Yeah, a big one, because the field position just changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up inside, he's going to be brought down after about a 2-yard gain.
We've really played the counter really well.
Yes.
Today. It's and that can be a really confusing play for the line.
Coach, when you look out there, you see that me and Coach Paxson are still a little old school. You know, we love the old white on white and the royal blue helmet, and we're looking like the Indianapolis Colts out there. When I look down there, I always think, what are some of your memories, Todd Berry, as being a Wardog?
Oh gosh, I had the greatest high school experience in the world.
Oh no, we got a tackle here. Yeah, just lived and played another day. Sorry to interrupt you there, Coach.
No, I loved my hometown. I loved the players that I played with. I loved the coaches and the way they inspired me to try to be my best. And the school, the town was always there to support us. It was just so exciting. Great play.
Good play there by Carson.
Yeah, a nice open field tackle. So it meant a lot for me to have that opportunity to go to Miami High School, and so much of what I am and who I am right now is because of the people and my experiences there.
Do you have any games or specific moments from high school career that still stick out in your mind today?
Probably everyone where I didn't make a play when I should have.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, it's funny, Coach. I'll let you finish that thought, but we had Tinker Owens on the mic with us in this same scenario, and he literally said the same thing. You remember that? He talked about the times that we lost. So.
Yeah, it's always those ones where you missed a play that made a difference. But my sophomore year we played Jinx. They were undefeated, number one in the state. We had just beat number 3 and number 5, and so all of a sudden now we're playing number 1 at Jinx. And it was a defensive game all the way.
We got out leveraged there.
Yeah, we did.
It's going to cost us, yeah.
It'll be a touchdown, Oologah.
Yeah, so we got out leveraged there at the outside backer position. We got caught inside. It's a really good play call, and they pop a big play on us.
So Oologah answers. They're going to go up 13-12. We'll see if they're going to go for 2 or for 1. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Oologah scores on a little spot pass, and he outruns the Wardog secondary to give the Mustangs a 1-point lead.
I would think they were going to go for 2.
You would think so here.
With this amount of time left in the game.
What's the Wildcat stuff down here?
So, Coach Barry, you played for – tell us I know you played for Coach Baines.
I did.
And tell us talk a little bit about playing for some of the coaches on that staff that I know some of our listeners are going to remember for sure.
Yeah, L.D. Baines was the head coach and loved playing for Coach Baines. He had a way of I think the great coaches are those ones that you want to please. And he was that kind of coach. A reverse pass.
Yeah, and we've actually played it pretty well.
Yeah.
And he jumps up and catches it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we played it pretty well. It's a pretty good design, and,
You see that as a 2-point play many times. It's and especially in college right now with the number of overtimes that games can go into, and with the new rules, you have to have an awful lot of 2-point plays, and most likely that's in everybody's toolbox. But I loved playing for Coach Baines. Like I said, he was the guy that you wanted to please, and he didn't have to yell at you. He just had to look at you. It was motivating enough. Gary Jones was my coach, the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And, Bill Belger was a real significant influence for me in the sense that he coached me in junior high, then moved up to the high school, and so I kind of started with him. And Archie Lohr.
Yeah.
So we had it was a really fun staff. They were there with us my whole time, which was significant for me.
And even, years later, because when I played for LD his last year, and we still had all those same guys.
Yeah.
But I can remember about Coach Baines, we could tell if it's going to be a long practice or a short practice because the number of cigarette packs in the socks. He had 2 packs.
Wow.
It's going to be a long practice.
Oh, that's funny.
That was a different day.
Yeah, that was a different day.
That's true, though. That is true.
Wardog's doing a fair catch at the 25. So Wardog's going to have about 3 minutes left with the wind. See if we can take advantage of this. Oologah has gone up 15-12 here. Still a tight one here. We're still visiting with Todd Berry.
Todd, talk about going into the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame. I mean, I know you've been pretty fortunate. Again, you've been a Division I coach at that level for over 30 years, and you've been at some pretty special places, Louisiana Monroe and Illinois State and Army, and just several places. But so I know you got that resume that everybody says, man, that guy's really got it made. He's been to. But kind of talk about where and I know the answer to this because you and I have talked, but talk about how special it was for you, Todd Berry, when you got the call about being inducted into the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame.
Well, it was, it was significant. I think during my speech I mentioned that, I speak before thousands of people. I'm pretty used to being up in front of people, and I got pretty emotional in
Yeah,
my
you did.
talk.
Yeah.
Because you're in front of your friends, your family, everybody that you grew up with, and really, again, Chad, as you mentioned, I've been a lot of different programs, and SEC schools and Big 12 schools and so on, and lots of fans and lots of media attention and all of that. But really, what you find out is really the only people that you really care about how they feel are the people that you grew up with.
Yeah.
The rest of those people you kind of tune out.
That's a good
They
point.
have their opinions, but you don't really pay much attention to them because they don't really care about you. You're just working there, and one day they love you and the next day they hate you.
Yeah.
But your friends and family, they're always going to be there for you, and that's why it was so special to be there. And so I was unbelievably honored. I was not expecting it, and that's one of the significant moments in my life, quite honestly.
Yeah, well, it was a great honor for us to be able to induct you into a Miami Athletics Hall of Fame now that's 5 years old, and you look at it from top to bottom, and it's pretty special. We've been pretty fortunate to have some pretty special people here. Big play here on third down, Coach.
Third and 15 for the Wardogs. 147 left in the third.
Good protection here.
Last play for the Wardogs with the wind.
Got to win
Nice
downfield,
scramble.
and it don't look like we are.
Oh, play is incomplete, and so Wardogs going to punt. Davis should be able
Really
to
nice job being able to keep the play alive.
Yeah, moved the pocket.
Yeah.
The protection up front was good.
I always felt like the best play in football was the scramble drill because that's how you break down the secondary. If the receivers will keep active for you, that's where you get your big plays. It's hard to scheme a big play anymore. You almost have to have either a superior athlete, and if you don't have that, which sometimes I didn't, we actually designed almost every play to where it could end up being a scramble.
All right, Davis on the punt. Nice.
That's another good punt by Seth.
We need some momentum changing plays for us.
Bring it back and go.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, just across the 50 to the 48.
They've got all the momentum kind of going right now. They had the big play in the passing game. We go 3 and out. We need something here to kind of flip this in our favor as we move into this fourth quarter. So,
the momentum is changed a little bit, and we need to seize the momentum here.
Coach, talk about now kind of where you're at now in life. You're coming toward the end of the grind, baby.
Try the end of my life?
No. The grind. The fun stuff hadn't even started yet. But kind of talk about where you're at and kind of your timeline. And we'd already mentioned that you've already moved back to Oklahoma, up into God's country in Tulsa.
That's exactly.
Kind of talk about where you're at now and what you're looking forward to over these next couple of years.
Yeah, I really am excited about it. I spent 14 years as a head coach, and then I've been in this role for 7 years now as the executive director. And quite honestly, both those jobs they're all engrossing. You don't have a lot of time to do anything else.
Sure.
And as you mentioned, I'm 61 right now, and it's I had a really, really bad bout with COVID in January, and quite honestly, it kind of caught my attention a little bit. It didn't look like I was going to make it, and that made me think about some things. And so right now I've got another year working for the AFCA. I'm working remotely from Tulsa. Our headquarters are in Waco, Texas. I've got about 17 employees down there, and we're in the process of trying to find my replacement. And then after that, I'm going to take my wife on vacation, probably 4 or 5 times.
So you owe her a few, don't you?
I owe her a lot.
Yeah.
So, so we're excited about this next time frame in our lives and spend time with our girls, our 2 girls, Jordan and Riley, and excited about that. But it's great to be back home. I mean, it's 40 years we've been gone, and it's great to be back here in Oklahoma. It's great to be able to come up and see friends and family, and a family still loves us. I don't know if all the old friends do. It's been we might have already worn on them a little bit because we spent a couple months trying to live with everybody as our house was getting ready. So I think
that's funny.
But the family still loves us anyway.
Well, like I said, it's funny, Coach Pax, because early in my Miami tenure here, one of the first people I reached out to was Coach Berry. just to kind of get a little bit of a feel for, Miami back then and, kind of what his perception of it is now. And, just doing a little bit of homework. And I teased him then. I was like, hey, whenever you're done and you move closer back to home, I said, we'll put a headset on you and you can coach some special teams or some quarterbacks or something. And I'm just letting it know to all of our viewers out there and the coach here, that's always on the table. So when you're done with your 5 and 6 vacations with Miss Lisa and you're ready to be around ball a little bit, we can probably throw a headset on you and you can either coach it up or you can come up here with me and Coach Pax and just talk about football with no pressure.
Well, I don't know exactly where this next I miss football significantly. I'm going to a college game tomorrow, and I tend to go to college games every weekend. And every Saturday morning, I'm in a fetal position in the corner because I think I should still be out there on the field. Now, Sunday mornings, I get up, and I'm actually pretty excited.
I bet.
Don't have to answer any silly questions from the media and so on. But it's a great game. I learned,
man.
All those great words like courage and determination and sacrifice and commitment and all those virtuous words that everybody cherishes. I didn't learn them in a book or in a classroom. I learned them on the field. And while I don't want to disparage education because everyone knows where I'm at on that, we got to make a play right now.
He's going to score.
Yeah.
21-yard touchdown run by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to, tip your hat. That was just a great individual run and play right there. So, and that really forces us now on this next possession is massive for us. We've got to be able to go down and get some sort of points because, here's a philosophy thing for me, Coach. I was always that guy that I wanted a full 2-possession lead under 8 minutes. When I say 2 full possession, that's 16. I wanted 16 under 8 minutes because now I can control how many possessions they get, and I felt like I probably have you if I've got a 2-possession lead underneath 8 minutes. And right now we're on the flip side of that. Do you have anything different in your head that you kind of like to have?
No, I liked what you said. I think one of the things that's going to be really significant, in the first half I never minded burning timeouts.
Yeah.
And I used to tell my coordinators, both coordinators had a timeout. Whenever they felt like that they needed it, they wanted to calm the defense down or we weren't aligned properly on offense, let's get a timeout in. But the second half timeouts were all mine as the head coach.
Okay.
And I was going to determine if all of a sudden, hey, I might want to take the delay game rather than burning the timeout.
Okay.
And I think, again, those timeouts right now are really, really critical.
Oh, yeah, precious for both, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know that probably Oologah is going to come back, regardless of whether we score or not. They're going to come back and start looking to run the football.
Sure.
And, so if you're preparing your defense at this point in time, you're going, you know what, we're willing to give up some throws because they're probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
Or not going to attempt it as much, maybe unless it's a third and long. And so let's really shore up our run defense at this point in time and get ready to stop the run, and that way we can create the next turnover. You take the chance that they might burn you on a big pass play, but in all likelihood, this is a blessing here because no time ticked off and
they kick
the ball out of bounds.
So, Coach Pax, we'll get ready to turn Coach loose, but anything else you'd like to ask Coach or say before we turn him loose? His wife's out there sitting next to my wife.
Well, there's some pressure. That's exactly right.
I started to say she's talking to my wife, and that's not good for either one of us. So.
Coach Berry, so nice to meet you tonight, and so glad you
too.
spent some time with us. And hopefully the Wardogs can get some points on the board and get back in this one. Just down 10. So they're still very much in reason.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming up here and doing this with us. This is always really neat, obviously for me and Coach Pax, but also for our listeners. I know I had quite a few people shoot me some messages saying, hey, that's pretty cool that Coach Berry's going to be there.
Well, my sister Lynn actually, she shot me one, and I'm sure Greg, her husband, Greg Forkham, Lynn Forkham, I'm sure Greg's having some fun watching this right now, and I'll probably over Thanksgiving take some hits.
Well, like I said, and then on a personal note, I appreciate those talks that we have just about the profession and some of not every one of us in this profession. Not all days are great, and it's good to have people like you that I can reach out to and say, tell me again why I'm stupid and doing this and sticking around this, and why I'm not working at at a factory somewhere where nobody pays attention to me. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. What you and Lisa do for Wardog Athletics as a whole, with your resources, and it just goes without saying how important it is to us, and it's helped us turn the corner over these last 5 to 6 years. So thank you very much for everything you do for Wardog Athletics.
Chad, I appreciate our friendship, and Lisa and I are both very happy to be able to do what we can to kind of help these young people have a great experience.
Yeah, well, Coach, we certainly appreciate you. Again, we'll let you get back to Miss Lisa and the crowd and see if you can help root us on here. We need 11 points out of you down there.
I will be out there cheering.
All right, Coach. Great to see you as
Thank
always,
you
my
all.
friend. Yep.
All right, 10:42 left in the contest. Wardogs down 10. They will have the ball 3rd and 6, probably in 2-down territory here, unless there's a big negative play here on 3rd down. Jinx has dropped back under pressure, going to roll to his right. Scrambling, out across the 40. He's going to go out to about the 41. It's a good decision time here for Coach Gardner. Wardogs down 10, 22-12. Third quarter has been really heavily dominated by Oologah on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I still like punting the ball here. I know there's probably some people that's saying, what are you talking about, Coach Davis? But, there's still 10 minutes left in the game. We've got all 3 timeouts. What we can't give up is another score.
Yeah.
Another score pretty much probably puts us out of the way. So, me, again, it's just a philosophy. I probably punt it and play it safe, but Coach Gardner has a play that he likes, and we hope we can execute it here.
It is a quick kick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one into that wind. We see the wind. It's going to take a Oologah band. It's hit about the 30, going to spin back to about the 32, 33. So Oologah will take over, and they have scored on both possessions here of the second half. You really feel that momentum has definitely switched sides. And Wardogs need to come up with a big stop here.
We need a big play to go in our favor. Big play to come in our favor here.
9:42 left in the contest, 22-12.
The only points you can give up now are a field goal.
Yep.
That's the only points you can give up. It keeps it a 2-possession game.
Oologah has the ball at their own 33. Oologah quarterback's going to be a reverse. Hunter Nichols there just misses the play. He's getting around the left side. Alfred Beatty's going to catch him from behind, bring him down about the 40-yard line. So pick up about 7. Nichols was there in the backfield, just not able to bring him down. Bring up 2nd down and 3 for Oologah. They were trying to pick up a cheap one there. Some scores across 4A. Kind of a surprise one. Hildale leads Broken Bow 35-6, late 3rd quarter.
All 3 of those teams are going to have one loss at the top now.
So that district is going to be thrown kind of into a kind of some chaos there. 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs. Ball at their own 40. Flip the wing over. Low snap. And he's going to be hit in the backfield.
Oh, we just got to finish. Goodness.
Oh, wow. And I thought we have him down, and he spins out of it. And he's going to go out across the 45 to the 46. So those are the things you can't have it happen. 2nd and 3, you have him hit in the backfield for probably about a 2 or 3 yard gain, and he spins out.
Every first down now is just another little punch in the gut to us. I mean, we cannot let them grind out 4 or 5 minutes here.
8:35 in the contest. Clock is moving. Wardogs down 10. Wardogs led at the half, 12-7.
Yeah, got to get them behind the sticks here. We need 2nd and long.
Oologah ball at their own 46. Low snap, hander on the left side.
My gosh,
Jinx
is that
just
not a hold?
Tackled
I
on
mean,
the right side, and there we're finally going to get a hold.
Is he calling a hold, or is he calling something, an unsportsmanlike on Carson for the – nope, he's going to call the hold.
Yeah, just about late. Better late than ever.
Carson talked him into that one.
So holding on 1st down will back him up. Some scores across the state. Grove over Collinsville in the 4th quarter, 35-7.
Wow.
Some earlier scores we had. Wagner over McLean, 38-0. Commerce 26, Afton 0. Colcord 36, Fairland 0. Pawpaw 6, Ketchum 0. So we'll give you some scores of local interest. Going to be holding on the Mustangs behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 1st down and 20. Time right now, a big factor for the Wardogs. Down 2 scores, 7.5, 7:50 left in the contest. They're going to hand the ball around the right side, and he's going to hit a gap.
There's another hold.
Another hold here.
Yeah, this is going to be on number 27.
So, Coach, we're going to have back-to-back holds. We're going to put them in a deep situation. We got to get a stop right here. We can't let them out of 1st and 30, and we got to get the ball back in our hands.
Yeah, and Coach, these 2 last calls, I mean, they're pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a grab and pull.
So another penalty. But up until that point has really been a pretty clean ball game. Very few flags on the field tonight.
Got to take advantage here.
All right, that's going to bring up still first down and 30 for the Mustangs. This is where you've got to get a stop and get some points.
Good.
Hit around the left side and just missed tackles. Still fighting. He's going to gain. He's going to get 22 yards. The Wardogs had him dead to right in the backfield at the 20, and he's going to carry that all the way out to the 47-yard line. And that is, I believe that is Jinx down on the field.
I think that's Hunter Nichols.
Hunter Nichols. My apologies there. Hunter Nichols down on the field about the 20-yard line. So we're going to have a stoppage in play. Two Wardogs had him, and it looked like it was going to bring up second and almost 35.
Yeah, couldn't have played it any better.
No, and he splits them and turns it into a 23-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Those are the type of things you can't, you just can't have happen.
Yeah, I mean that's a 22-yard gain on first. Yeah, that's just it's just not good. You're pressing a little bit. I understand that. You're probably trying to pull and strip a little more now than what you should, but that one was tough. That's going to be one you circle if you end up coming up short in this game. That's a big play.
Definitely so. So from 1st and 30 to 2nd and 8, it should be 2nd down and probably about 35. 7:22. Coach said might be circling that play right there as a key factor in this one. 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. 7:19 left in the contest. Mustangs have really dominated the second half.
We cut inside too early there. Gave him the alley.
He gets across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Mustangs. Under 7 minutes, Wardogs down 10. In the second half, that's really been dominated on both sides of the ball by Oologah. Oologah going to come out in the Wildcat. That's the running back by himself in the backfield. So you're going to get a direct snap to the running back.
Now he's going to follow it up right side.
Motion, he's going to get right up inside, and he's going to, once again, break tackles.
Yeah,
We're diving at him and missing. He's going to cross the 40 down to the 39. So Oologah does convert and turn the 1st and 30 into a first down. Nichols back out onto the field for the Wardogs after being shaken up earlier. 6:22, clock continuing to move. Wardogs down 10, but in desperate need of a stop.
Yeah, and I know people are thinking, we got 3 timeouts. It's a little too early, in my opinion, for those. I think you wait till you get under 3.5 minutes before you start using those timeouts. Plus, you need to get them in a 2nd and 3rd and long situation.
All right, still in the Wildcat. Snap directly to the running back, and he's going to be bottled up this time at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to get to about from the 40 down to about the 39. Just give him 1.
Yeah, that was played pretty well there.
Yeah, that takes us under the 6-minute mark. 22-12, Wardogs down 10. Wardogs going to need 2 scores. Going to need a stop and scores. Oologah's done a good job the second half bottling up the Wardog offense. Still out of the Wildcat. Running back, the only back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to keep
right
it around
there.
the side.
Good.
He's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 9. Clock will move under 5 minutes.
Yeah, 2 good plays there.
Yep. Wardogs need a big play right here. Probably get a big play right here, and you'd probably see a punt out of Oologah. Make the Wardogs go length of the field, knowing they need 2 scores.
Unless this is 4th and probably 4 or 3 and less, I would think that they would punt the football, yes.
You would think so. All right, quarterback back out. You're going to flip their tight end and their
nothing fancy here. They're handing this to 21 and they're going to say be a dude.
Yeah, they hand it to him, and he's up inside, and he's going to be hit hard.
I'm probably calling my timeout now.
I am too. Right now I'm taking a timeout.
Yeah.
And Wardogs are. Coach Gardner takes the first timeout.
Yeah, and I think
4:28. Couple seconds ran off. 4:26 left in the contest. Going to bring up 4th down and about 8. Let's call it 7.
Yeah,
for Oologah.
and it looked like they had already running their punting unit out.
Yeah.
It already looked like that. Either that or that was just a full, different offensive package that they like on 4th and long. So, it goes without saying here, if they come out and try to run a play, we've got to make a stop. A first down here, I would say, will probably come close to sealing it with the two-score lead. If they do punt it to us, we need that wind to really help us out and blow that thing into the end zone so we can get a fresh set of downs, on the 20.
Coach, this would be a good time for a punt and a snap over the punter's
Boy,
head.
no kidding.
Or just a mishandled snap. Wardogs need something positive to happen. Wardogs played really well the first half, and not that we haven't played well second half, but really Oologah's kind of taking control of this ball game.
Yeah.
4th and 7 for the Mustangs.
This is something that they've showed on film, so this is not some trick play. This is,
and it is a trick. They're going to run it.
He better pitch it.
He gets around the end.
I think he got it.
So go out of bounds. They win 4-4, and it is a first down.
Yeah, they've showed that on film. That's not the first time I've seen them line up, and they've actually punted out of it too. So now on 2nd and 3rd down, now you're going to have to use your timeouts. That one right there, that one was tough.
Yeah, that one hurt right there.
Yeah.
So 4:19, Oologah picks up a big first down on 4th and 6, so the drive continues. Ball is inside the Wardog 30. Let's call it the 29. Quarterback keeps around the right side, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down to about the 27, 28.
Yeah.
Seems like the Wardogs so many times it look like they have opportunity for, a tackle for loss and just not able to get them down. No gain on that play. Let's call it 2nd and 10. Under 4 minutes now.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I would say just now 9 o'clock. What a rapid moving game it's been
No,
here tonight.
and we knew that it was going to be. So what I was going to say is that this is a play here. You need a stop for little or no gain or obviously a loss, and you're going to see another timeout probably.
2nd and 10 for Oologah. 3:30 on the clock. Hand up inside. He's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage, brought down by number 75. Wardogs going to take their second timeout. It's going to stop right at 3:29.
Should have been 3:32. So we need to do that one more time. And they're going to go for it on 4th down now.
They are definitely now for sure.
Because you're punting you're wasting the time. So you got to stop them for 2 plays here. So be interesting to see if they trust to go to the error here. Because with an incomplete pass, if you're Oologah, that's going to stop the clock, and that's right now the clock is your friend if you're Oologah. So I think they're going to run it twice here. You obviously are going to use your timeout on the 3rd down. Because the 4th down, if they don't get it, the clock's going to stop anyway.
Yep. 3:29, 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs.
It's funny, Coach Barry was just up here talking about how those timeouts were going to be a big deal, and here we are having to use them just to keep ourselves in arm's length, I guess, so far.
Wardogs will be on the road next week at Cleveland. Bearing a miracle here, a win next week at Cleveland will probably wrap up a playoff spot for the Wardogs. They will probably be able to wrap up 4th in the district. Quarterback draw for the Mustangs.
Not good for us. Yeah,
he's going to go all the way down to the 15. It's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that one right there probably done it. Yeah, that one probably sealed the game there.
All right, we're going to be under 3 minutes. 3:22 once they start winding it.
Yeah, we only got one more timeout in our pocket. You probably use it on 2nd down. But it's probably too little too late, borrowing a fumble, scoop, and score here. So now we're getting to the point now, if you're defensively, that's what your focus are. When they're carrying the ball, you're grabbing and you're pulling. You want the first guy to wrap him up to stop his progression, and the 2nd and 3rd guy comes in, and they're ripping and punching at the football.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Hand up inside, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and if you're Oologah, you're telling your guys, we don't need you to break any more tackles.
Hang on to the ball.
When you're wrapped up, fall down.
Yeah, ball security. All right, some upcoming events for Wardogs this week. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Shakota High School cross-country regionals. Monday, 6th grade boys and girls basketball open their season in the Welch tournament, and high school girls will scrimmage Monday and Tuesday. Monday at Quapaw at 3:30, and Tuesday at Grove also at 3:30. And then we're with you right here next Friday night as the Wardogs will be on the road at Cleveland.
Which now turns into a must-win for us. It's
and
a must-win next week.
Win that one, you're probably guaranteed fourth in the district.
Get him out of bounds.
Yeah, and the clock is going to continue to run. He did not get out of bounds.
Yeah, still only got one timeout. It's just where do you use it? Do you use it here or do you wait till after third down?
So Wardogs will drop to 5-3 overall, but more importantly, Wardogs will drop to 3-2 in the district. Most years, 4 wins will almost guarantee a playoff spot. So I said next week at Cleveland. Cleveland is winless on the season. So Wardogs in a game that, if you had to put odds on, the Wardogs would be heavily favored. Wardogs need to go out next week and take care of business and wrap up their first playoff spot in many years. 1.5 left this one, 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
It's a false start.
We're going to have a penalty here. That's going to be a false start on the Mustangs. That'll stop the clock at 1:24.
Yeah, so after this play, Coach Gardner is going to use that one timeout from a game management standpoint. In my opinion, he's done a great job utilizing those timeouts. I think he's taken them, and I guess I say that because that's when I would have taken them. But he's got one in his pocket. He's definitely going to use it after this play, barring a first down.
All right, Oologah brings man in motion. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to pitch it.
They did that a lot on film, and get him out of bounds. Get him out of bounds.
And he is going to go.
Are we stopping the clock? Wave your hands or something.
He is going to stop the clock. 1:12-11.
I mean, guys, there's 10 seconds that's ran off the clock. 10 seconds. Literally, it's 10 seconds.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
he
crazy.
went out of bounds right about 1:16.
Now, I will say some of it is because the side judge over here didn't put his hands up and give the actual signal. I mean, help the guy out up there in the clock. I mean, the guy up there is doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be a homer clock guy, but my gosh, we need to put 10 more seconds on the clock here, and I just don't think they're going to do it. Oologah did us a favor there, Coach, by getting out of bounds. That was actually a pretty poor job there by their kid. He's got to slide down right there and make Coach Gardner use that last time out. Now, if we can get a stop here, we're probably going to be right at a minute or just a couple of seconds. 10 minutes. We'll take 10 minutes. I like where they're going here.
Looks like they're going to adjust that clock back a little bit.
Yeah, 1:13.
Okay.
I thought it was 10 seconds. They gave us 7.
All right, so we'll take it.
So the clock stopped here. We need a stop, and we still got one timeout in the pocket to where we can obviously we're going to be moving at warp speed offensively to try to get, either a touchdown or even a field goal. You got to have the combination of the two.
Yeah.
So it's another philosophy thing. If we get down inside the 20 down here, do you go ahead and kick the field goal then and try your onside kick, or do you try to score, the touchdown? So.
Yeah. All right. 4th and 13, I see Oologah probably will put the ball in the air, I would say, right here.
Oh, yeah,
nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. That's a great call, Coach. Yeah, so I'm absolutely thinking that they're going to throw the football here. And I bet it's one of those things where it's feast or famine. I bet they throw it up in the end zone, and they say we're either going to score a touchdown and it's definitely over, or if they intercept it, no big deal, because they've done what they wanted to do. They've ran off, 5 minutes on this drive. The only thing that they haven't done on the drive is make us use all 3 timeouts. We still hold on to that one. So, again, we're a little bit, and I don't like the word desperate in sports. I don't think it's that important, but in a football vernacular.
In the game sense, yes.
In the game sense, it is. It's desperation time for us a little bit. So, right now we just got to make sure that they get one more snap on offense, and the next snap is us, and then give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, Wardogs got to get a stop right here. 1:13 left in the ball game. Oologah facing 4th and 13.
What in the world? You can't do that. That's an illegal shift. You had 7 guys moving at one time.
And they are going to back him up 5 more yards.
What they did there is number 1 motioned in, and before he got set, they motioned to host set, and one of them's got to get set before the other set, guy moves. So that's why the call happened right there.
All right, that's going to make it 4th and 18. 1:13 left in the contest. Wardogs down 10. Wardogs led at the half 12-7. But it's been a second half really dominated by the Mustangs. So they've outscored the Wardogs 15-0 here in the second half. And really have put the clamps down on the Wardog offense. Oologah comes out. Quarterback drops back.
We're okay. We're just
gonna-
finish. Just finish him.
He's going to be
That's
sacked
good.
all the way to the 38.
Yeah, stop the
That's going to
clock.
stop the clock with 1:03 left.
Yeah.
Wardogs still have one timeout remaining, so a slimmer of hope still here for the Wardogs.
Yeah, that. If I'm the Oologah coaching staff, I hate that result. I mean, the worst case scenario,
Throw it
just
deep.
throw it up down there. I mean, that's the one thing you
Yeah.
can't do is take a sack in that situation. So, good play by our kids. Xander Clark did a great job there of getting the pressure and holding on. And, they're going to – I don't know why the ball went all the way back there. But
Once
that's,
again, there's
that's
that
Coach.
spot.
Maybe we're missing some new rule because I feel like that happens every game. But anyway, we got to go fast.
Yeah, all right. 1st and 10 for the Wardogs. Jinx takes it, rolls right. He's going to throw it. That's going to go out of bounds, incomplete. Pass was intended for McKibben.
Herein lies the problem for where we're at right now. This is not what our offense is built for. We are not built to get up in 3 and 4 wide and throw it all over the place and get out of bounds, and that's just not who we are. That's not taking anything away from what our kids can do ability-wise. It's just not what we're made of. So we're in a very, very difficult position here.
All right, 2nd and 10. Under 1 minute now, 59 seconds left in this one. Wardogs down 10 to the Mustangs.
You got the will. You got the will. You got the will. Still got the will.
Jinx is going to run it.
Woo.
He's going to get out.
Oh, my. I'm surprised.
There comes flag. I think we're going to have a peel back block on.
Yeah, it's on Seth.
Seth,
yeah,
yes.
I mean, it's a good call. I was getting ready to say I can't believe they're not going to call this, but, just not a great decision there by him. I mean, it's kind of out of the play, and I don't know, maybe a little bit of frustration there a little bit with the score, and I don't know, but just not a smart decision there.
48 seconds left in the contest. We're going to have a penalty against the Wardogs.
What's crazy is he called it a dead ball.
The personal foul against Miami.
He called that a dead ball. That's not a dead ball foul.
Penalty being marked off against the Wardogs. 48 seconds left in this one. Wardogs trailing 22-12. It's going to bring up.
The only thing positive about it being a dead ball is we still get a first down. Right. But I'm really confused. I thought that was
during the play. Jinx got the first down on the run, and then the penalty came. So
again, the dead ball is strange to me. And
what hurts us there is, of course, the loss of yardage. So 48 seconds left in this one. 1st and 10 for the Wardogs after the penalty mark off. Wardogs have the ball at their own 32. Jinx drops straight back under pressure. Ball is batted down. Supposed to be a little tunnel screen right there to Braylon Riley, and that was knocked away. 44 seconds left in this one. I said Oologah was going to win this one, and they're going to have the upper hand on taking control of 3rd place in the district. Wardogs on the road next week at Cleveland, and what we believe will be a game to decide a playoff pairing for the Wardogs. We guarantee our spot in the playoffs for the first time in many years. That's Davis right up the middle. He's going to pick up a first down. That will stop the clock. .39 seconds left in the contest. Throw it out.
That may be backwards.
That might be back. They're going to blow it in. They're going to blow it down. So, Wardogs will go to 3-2. Oologah to 4-1 in the district. Oologah is on the road next week at Cushing. So figure that will probably drop them back to 4-2. The Wardogs win. They'll move to 4-2, but Oologah will hold the upper hand in a head-to-head contest.
Well, and the other thing we got to look at too is when it comes down to those jockeying for playoff spots and where it falls is district points. So we'll go -10 here too, barring a score.
Yeah, and then Wardogs do finish up the row on the at home against Wagner. Which would be a tough task, and
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the tell of two halves. We won the first 2 quarters. They won the last 2 quarters.
Yeah.
And, we were only able to get into the end zone 1 time tonight, and they were able to get in there 3 times tonight. So, the turnover battle is, I think it's even now. So you kind of throw that out the door. If I had to circle one thing that they did better than us, is tackling in space.
Definitely so.
We missed a ton of tackles and gave them a ton of opportunities to we gave them – there's a roughing the passer is what we're going to get here. So we just gave them a ton of yards after the initial contact, and they did not give up yards after contact.
They did not.
That's just – I mean, again, fresh seeing it, that's where I would say the difference of the ball game is right now.
All right, so we're going to mark off 15 against the Mustangs, so the Wardogs will pick up a first down on a roughing the passer play. However, Wardogs down 10, only 18 seconds left in this contest. Like I said, make sure you join us next week. The Wardogs will be on the road at Cleveland. Oologah will be playing the number 1 ranked Cushing Tigers. The Wardogs will have the ball here, 1st and 10 at the 35. 18 seconds left in the contest.
Well, definitely, this is disappointing. I mean, this is one of those big games that, you'd like to get a win here to kind of really show people that you've turned that corner as a program. And, we just didn't get it done tonight.
Jink's going to throw it in the end zone. It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught by Garrett Walls.
Wow.
So, it's going to make it 22-18.
Yeah,
Coach, you never know; those points might come in big.
That's where I was getting.
Wardogs can get upset somewhere along the road, or somebody else gets upset.
I was literally getting ready to say the exact same thing. Where that goes a long way is, well, number one, it just shows that your kids are still fighting. That's the most important thing. Is that you got a bunch of kids that they don't care what the score is, how much time left. They're fighting, they're running, their stuff, they're executing. But, man, those district points now really, that ends up being the win is obviously the biggest deal.
Yeah.
But, if you're going to lose, you want to keep it as tight as possible because you don't know what it's going to look like in the next 2 weeks.
All right, Wardogs on for the extra point.
That's what we couldn't have.
High snap.
Yeah, you just got to eat it. It's not a bad play.
Yeah.
So.
All right, 9 seconds left in the contest. Wardogs will onside kick it and pray for a miracle.
Yeah, so basically our only hope now is the onside kick recovery and your Hail Mary.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe a pass because what's unfortunate, even to get an onside kick, you're into a strong win.
Yep.
So we would probably need a recovery and onside kick. We probably need a pass interference or roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Something to move us where we would be able to throw the ball into the end zone because the last play we started at the 35 and Jinx really scrambled and probably threw it really as far as he could.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, well, and I know just going back to, the philosophy, if we are able to, putting the cart for the horse a little bit, if we do get the onside kick, if you're Oologah, you're going to probably see no more than 4 rushing the passer.
Yeah.
A lot of teams send 3. You're going to see linebackers at 10 to 15 yards depth. You're going to this is me, is what I always liked. I like corners at 20 to 25, and I like safeties at 40. We want them to catch the ball in front of us. That's what you want. You just absolutely cannot let anybody behind you. But, again, the first things first, we've got to execute the onside kick here. If we don't, obviously Oologah is going to take a knee, and they're going to pick up a win in a really big game for both of us. Like you said, the winner of this game was kind of in the driver's seat for definitely the 3 seed and with an outside shot at the 2 seed. But definitely in the driver's seat for the 3. Now it puts us in a must win next week against Cleveland.
Wardogs win on the road next week with Cleveland. Should wrap up at least the 4th playoff spot. Wardogs should be on the first round of the playoffs on the road at the winner of District 4, which is still going to be a long ways up in the air. If Hilldale will beat Broken Bow tonight. There's the onside kick.
Need a big bounce right there. Yeah.
And Oologah is going to do a good job of recovering it right at the 49. So that's going to put this one in the book. 7 seconds left in the contest. Wardogs are going to fight hard. We're going to come up just a little short.
This is the 3rd year in a row that we have been right within 1 possession of Oologah, and we have got to find a way to get over the hump against this football program.
Oologah will take a knee here. 7 seconds left. They line up in victory formation. Oologah is going to win this one 22-18. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight in Wardog TV. We want to thank Coach Todd Berry for joining us for the third quarter. What a joy and an honor it was to visit with him tonight. And Wardogs disappointed here tonight, but we're back on the road next week at Cleveland in a must-win situation for the Wardogs, and a win we believe will secure a playoff spot for Miami. And then we're on the road week 10, back at home, what will be senior night, as the Wardogs will host the Wagner Bulldogs in what could be a good contest there. So we're going to let you go tonight. We want to thank you for joining us. Pray you have a safe week. For Coach Davis, Coach Paxson, we are signing off. Thank you for being with us tonight on Wardog TV.